Howdy, folks. I am Charles Deering. This is a late night version of a live stream. Late night if you are in the U.S. It's almost 11 p.m. my time. John Cousins and Herb Hooper have joined me, and John's in Canada. It's an hour behind. Herb's in Texas, so he's stuck with the same time I am. John, tell people where they can find you and point to your little name there if you want to. God. Oh, wait. That's not your.
Have my name there.
That's not your
I
social
got my
media.
name right there, though.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can find me at Would If I Could, Girls Off Portrait, on YouTube and Facebook, or John P.A. Cousins, and over on Instagram as well.
He also does live streams as well. He did one earlier tonight while I was napping. That's why this is a late night whatchamacallit. And I was supposed to be back last night, and I told y'all I would be. I need to stop promising y'all that I'll be back because my brother and I ended up hanging out till around midnight, and I was too tired after that. So I'm going to stop promising. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Herb Hooper, the world's most loyal viewer. I think John will agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
I got to support everybody.
By God, your check bounced, by the way. I'm kidding. You want to tell people where they can find you if they so choose?
They can find me anywhere: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the bus stop, anywhere.
His name's Herb Hooper, and he wears a nifty little cowboy hat in his profile picture on the Facebook. And there's Mike Kim. How you doing, sir? Midnight Joker. Good to see you, sir.
Hello, Mike.
Someday we'll actually meet Mike if he gets a camera and a mic, and then we'll just have all kinds of accents going on up in here. Canadian, 2 Texans, and a British dude. Lawrence Aldridge has joined us. Hello, sir.
Hello, Lawrence.
All right. Now,
glad to see you're still up.
I was all gung-ho last night saying, man, I'm just going to keep going and going and going and going. And then my brother wanted to come over, and I rarely get to see him, so I had to pick.
I stayed up all night waiting for you to come back, and you let me down.
I'm plumb sorry. Did you wear the special nightie for me, and I completely disrespected you?
Yep.
Heck, Nebbit. Although this show is somewhat family-friendly, when it's 11 p.m. at night, then it's okay to be a little more off the rails. Chris Nealon has joined us. Hello, sir. The pizza briber. So tonight we are going to, I'm going to say tonight, although it's about 5 a.m. for Mike Kim, Midnight Joker. So UK people will start waking up soon. So there's that.
Of course, some of them are already up.
And Chris Nealon says it's tomorrow here, so yeah, it just
turned. Travel.
It just turned tomorrow for Chris Nealon, which means it's now today for him. So it's today here. So now we're kind of in the same time zone. I know you're in here too. We can hear the TV in the background. It's not too bad, but it's there. So John and Herb or whoever, if y'all don't mind catching on the comments and questions as they come rolling in at midnight Eastern time and 11 p.m. Central time. Lawrence sorry, go ahead.
Lawrence says he's been tracing a strutting turkey and a hen for the last 2 days.
Good lordy.
That's going to be a good project.
Well, that sounds right interesting. I'm gonna try to get this camera at a decent view.
Hey,
go ahead.
Hey, Lawrence, what size are you cutting that at? And do you know how many entry holes are going to be in that? I'm guessing probably about 1,200.
Now, while I'm cutting this, y'all will see that I skip this particular hole because you see those 2 little shapes. That's brad nails going through there. That's to hold the stack together. And one of many areas that's holding together, so I'm not going to cut that yet. Everything around it I shall, and then we'll move down the detail on this here horsey. That is the official term for it, is horsey.
Horsey.
All right, fellas, much obliged for y'all being here. And anybody watching, pretty sure everybody watching is on YouTube, but I could be wrong. No, we have 4 on Facebook and 5 on YouTube. You know, the other one. Lawrence Aldridge says it's 11 by 14, 1,500 cuts or more. My God, sounds like you're doing one of mine.
I guess he's been paying attention to all your designs.
Well, that's weird. No, I was kidding. He may not be doing one of mine because I haven't sold any patterns quite a while. Anyway, that wasn't a complaint.
That's why he said he was tracing it.
Takes a long time when you got that transparency up to your screen and taping it in place and stuff. All right. Let's do it. It only took me a little over 5.5 minutes for this one.
Getting a little faster.
Yep, baby steps. If you're brand new watching this, don't be shy. If you have any questions or comments, as long as they're remotely family friendly, we will repeat them. And sometimes we'll accidentally repeat them anyway.
We'll repeat them all.
Paul King from Facebook says, "Hi, Charles. Nice to see you live again."
Howdy, Paul. It's good to be live again. I think I started doing lives about a week ago, somewhere in there. Feels like it. I needed to kick myself in the hind end to get going again, and I'm glad I did. And good to see you watching, sir.
Yeah, Mike says it's a lot of effort, Lawrence. You digitize it, and Lawrence come back with, he got the pattern from Michael Williams.
Oh, he's a dang good designer, Michael Williams. Mike Williams has some very good designs. I can't think of his website address because I suck. I'm terrible at remembering website addresses unless they're real short or been around for many years. And Mike has been around for a while, but I think he changed websites at one point. He used to have advancedscrollsawpatterns.com. I think. I could be wrong. That might have been Jeff Safino. Go ahead, Herb.
I was just going to say, I can't hardly remember anything anyway. Paul King says, "Yes, I caught the last part of last week's live show."
Well, I'm glad you was able to make it, sir. Yeah, I don't have a consistent schedule. I try to go for the evenings around 6 p.m.-ish, but it also depends on if I'm awake. But I got real tired around 5 p.m. my time and didn't wake up till 10 p.m. my time. And for some reason, these strange fellas are still awake, and so here we are. I like to have at least one person so somebody can be reading the comments and questions while I'm scrolling. But that's not to say I'll never do a live stream if nobody's on the panel. It just means the comments and questions will get put off until I'm done with each cut.
I think we need to get Lawrence on the panel.
All right, y'all are being too quiet. What are we getting into?
Nothing to quiet. The chat's actually quiet. Lawrence Aldridge said too much caffeine.
And Chris Nealon says he's got to go. He'll be back. He's got to check the generator. Apparently, he lost power yesterday from the storm.
Well, stop losing power, Chris. Dagnabbit. Good luck on your generator there. Yes, my hand still looks gory. I don't know how that even happened.
That old folks disease.
Yep.
I had to. I got to apologize for everybody that was watching my video yesterday. Herb, I don't know. Did you notice how dirty my hands were? My video yesterday because you said you were going to do a live, and then before I got a chance to get in the room, I was actually out finishing off part of my patio and digging some dirt, and then I freaking come in, was on part of your video, and then I started my own. I didn't even bother going in and washing my hands. So
I'm the same way. I've got done with live streams and went into the house. And my God, my fingernails look like I've been digging in a garden.
It's like I went in last night. I told Carrie, I said, "Oh man, maybe I should have washed my hands next time I can do a live video."
Yeah, I
No,
wonder if anybody notices stuff like that.
I didn't even notice, to be honest with you, John.
you're too busy watching my work. That's what it is.
That's what it is. He was dumbfounded. That wasn't a cut down, Herb, just so you know.
I know it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just cutting a word, or a name, and I was cutting a name, and it's probably it was inch and a half high, 3 inches wide.
Wow.
Most of the cuts on it, like the stroke of the font, were about 1/32 of an inch thick.
Googly moogly.
Yeah,
That's pretty darn small. Were you putting it on something?
yeah. I'm getting put. I cut it out of 1/8 Baltic birch, and I'm putting it on a backer of a heart behind it for a sign I did a couple weeks ago on a video.
Cool.
Because apparently they had a baby in the 2 years it took me to build the sign for them.
That's funny right there, I tell you what.
It was a wedding present for them 2 years ago, and I finally got around to doing it. And apparently they had a baby in the meantime.
Can you believe we got 10 people watching at this late hour? How cool is that?
Sure, it's because we're on here.
By God, without y'all, I might have one viewer, and it'd probably be me.
Yeah.
Or me.
Yeah, or you, Herb. Yeah, we've been trying to get rid of Herb for years, and we just can't do it. So, sorry,
I
Herb.
know it.
I suck.
I'm just like a bad rash. I don't go nowhere.
It's okay. We love you, Herpes. I mean, Herb. See what I did there?
Yep. I wish I had $1 for every time I had that. I could retire.
I just wish I had $1. Yee, doggy. All right.
Yeah, I was doing my video. I was doing my cut there, and Herb was on there. Like, oh, hey, Herb, what should I do next? I think I'll just cut this roof section off the top of my word here. Let's see how good it holds together.
All right, you booger nuts. I don't even know what that meant. I just make it up as I go. I forgot what I was going to say.
That's why it's so funny. You make it up as you go.
Yes, sir. I might be the first person in the world that's ever called you a booger nut. But that's family friendly. It's kind of like pee-pee face, you know. Anyway, so there's that. I'm going to do my best to keep this scrolling no matter how long we talk. I'm going to try to scroll the whole time instead of stopping and making just a panel after a while.
I'll be back in a second. I got to go get some heartburn relief.
All right. John, since you're paying attention, what is Paul Keene saying over there?
Paul Keene says it's only 9 o'clock over where he is in Southern California. Still awake, but thinking it's about time for dinner.
All right. Well, just as long as you're eating while you're watching, sir, I'll be much obliged. But enjoy your meal. Now, I stopped too long. Got to take a drink. You know, it's funny.
That's
I
fine.
had. Go ahead.
Go on.
Well, there's nothing major. Go ahead.
No, go on.
No, you.
No, you go.
I had an old email address, and my current email address is where I verify things through using that. If that makes any sense, the old email address. If I do something on a website, verification process is through my current email address. Somebody hacked that old email address. Every now and then they join a dating site, and I'll write to the whoever owns the website saying, just so you know, I got hacked, blah, blah, blah. I didn't authorize this, blah, 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 blah. And so I'll go in there and alter the the dating profile so they don't get any responses. It's pretty funny, actually. Told you should have gone first because it wasn't going to be all that funny. But go ahead. What do you want to say, sir?
I can't even remember what we're talking about now.
Dagnabbit. Oh,
but Lawrence just said, oh, so Paul said, yeah, you got it. So he's going to get something to eat and start continue watching the show.
Yeah.
Lawrence just says, sometimes he gets running thoughts and he goes into outer space. He's got a wolf head cane handle he's working on too. Oh, I'd like to see that. That'd be kind of cool.
Absolutely. Now, John actually has a normal job, but he doesn't consider it late yet. For me, this is kind of late because I don't usually stream this late, at least not starting time, maybe ending time. Because I promised my viewers this is one project I wouldn't work on unless it was during a live stream. That might be why I'm doing this, because I was in the mood to scroll, and I can't cheat on my viewers, so here we are. I could end up being the only one here, and I'll still be working on it. Just say, hey, I did it on a live stream. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, it's not my fault you weren't there to watch it.
Just because you keep normal hours. It's weird, it's funny, it's weird, it's funny. Anyway, and I probably said this on live. Why not break a blade just for the heck of it? I usually nap during the day, and a couple of days ago I couldn't sleep at all, so I was up for 24 hours straight and slept for 13 hours. It's like, man, glad I'm not on a normal schedule.
Wow, I wish I could sleep. I wish I could sleep in on the weekends even. But I'm so used, like my body's so used to getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. Like Saturday night, for example, I was up until friggin' 2:30 in the morning.
Googly moogly.
And I was still up at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning. So my body just gets up.
Yeah, my wife tries to fix that with her on the weekends, but the cat doesn't realize that she doesn't work weekends, and it tries to wake her up around the time she's usually getting up during the week. So it's really makes you love cats right at that moment when they're meowing at the top of their lungs to get out of bed. And I'm about to staple you to the wall, feller.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm back.
We sure missed you.
I know you did.
This channel does not condone abusing animals. Just, stapling a cat to the wall was for humor. Didn't actually staple a cat to the wall. Just wanted to. Because I need my precious sleep. Because as y'all seen the few times I've been on camera, I am way behind on beauty sleep. Just saying. It'd be like Rip Van Winkle to get gorgeous again.
Anybody around here that needs some beauty sleep is me.
Yeah, Herb probably has his beat on lack of sleep.
Mike says.
Go ahead.
Mike says the cat knows. The cat knows.
It knows. It just doesn't care.
Exactly. That's why I like my tortoises and turtles. They don't bother me at all. They don't make noise in the morning. They just wander around. They do their own thing. They don't care.
I actually love dogs. I just don't have the mental or physical energy to keep up with them with the attention they deserve. I just, I have not that much against cats, at least not once they're old enough to stop getting into crap as much. But sometimes it's like a dang 2-year-old. Get off of that. Get out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I need to find me a headset that don't pick up everything in the background.
Yeah. I believe they call those I believe that aspect is called noise canceling, if I could say it. I've checked my tension twice, but this is acting like a dull blade and or a loose tension. Maybe it loosened itself. I'll check it again.
Hey, Lawrence, it looks more like a ball opener than a cane handle. It looks good, though.
Yeah, John has a weird way of complimenting people.
It looks it looks great, though. It's a good start. No, remember he said he's doing that wolf head cane handle?
Yeah.
So he sent me a picture of what he's doing, and it's sitting on top of a bottle, like a bottle, right? So it looks more like a bottle opener.
Oh, okay.
It looks pretty cool, though.
Nice. Very good. Alright. Find the pilot hole, Charlie. Pilot hole, pilot hole. That's not it. Where am I at? Good Lord. Nope, already cut over there. I was nowhere near the pilot hole. Okay, somebody hid the pilot hole from me. I'm going to say Herb.
Yep, Dennis ain't here to take the blame tonight, so I guess I will.
There it is. Again, if you're just joining us, which I doubt it, but in case you are, this cut right here has the brads going through it. It's one of the areas that I brad nailed to hold the stack of two together, so I will not be cutting that until later on in the project if I ever finish it.
Scott Hampton says, look great. The project's coming along nicely.
Thank you, sir, Scott. Watching over on Facebook. Appreciate you being here, sir. If anybody ever wants me to pull the camera back so you can see the whole project process, I don't mind doing that. I'll just have to stop and pull the camera back and then put it back where it was.
Pull it back, Charlie. It's too big. Pull it back.
Yeah, I think this particular blade is a factory flaw because it's acting dull. And y'all saw me put it in not too long ago. I had witnesses.
I
don't
see
know.
nothing.
I don't know if my numbers are working right because I got like I got like 5 watching on YouTube and 4 over on Facebook.
For me it
I got
shows
the same thing.
For me it shows 10 total, so there's 5 on each.
Yeah, but you know those numbers fluctuate all the time. You know, people go on Facebook, go, "Oh, what's Charlie cutting now?" Oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, always on again, but on YouTube, every now and then somebody will get on just long enough to say, all right, here's your thumbs down, I'm gone. Unsubscribe. But if you ever do YouTube, and this is to anybody listening, don't let thumbs downs get you down because some people do it just for the sake of doing it. Unless you get like 50 of them, then you're doing something wrong. And unless somebody's buying thumbs downs, which can be done. I've been the victim, but I lived through it.
You can buy thumbs downs.
Yep. There's websites out there you can buy likes and views and all kinds of crap, but I do it the honest way. If I'm going to suck, I do it honestly. Turning down my AC unit here. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, I didn't know that either until somebody informed me. And yeah, there was times I had more thumbs downs than my video had views. And that can either be done by thumbs downing a video rather than even watching it, or you can actually buy thumbs downs. But to me, that's way too much effort to hate on somebody. I just don't watch them.
Wow.
Yep. And there's suspicions in the community, but it does no good to go into it. So stuff happens, you know, Mike. As long as we're having fun. I told y'all that before when I was losing a whole bunch of subscribers because I kept doing live streams, but it's still fun to do. So stuff happens.
And they're also fun to watch. You never know what you're going to miss.
Yeah. There's a lot of times you wish you had missed it. Dudley. I saw Dudley instead of Diddley. See, I can't even talk funny right. Good Dr. Pepper right there. I'll tell you what, by God. Oh.
Have you tried the Dr. Pepper cream sodas yet?
Yeah, I found one in a 20 ounce and I guzzled it. Yeah, it was good. I need to quit.
I love cream soda.
Me too. I need to quit soda altogether, but doing what I need to do is not something I'm known for.
Yeah, I'd love to have one, but I know the minute I do, my sugar's going to go through the roof.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper, but if I was ever laying in a hospital and the doctor said, you're going to have to give up Dr. Pepper or you're going to die in the next day or two, so I'll have to call all my family and friends saying, I'm going to die. Because that's how easily I give up things.
Well, see, my boss actually had to go in for surgery on his esophagus because he drank like probably three liters of Coke a day.
Wow.
And it screwed up his esophagus, so he had to go in and get surgery on that, and then his stomach lining as well. He had to get that all worked on and stuff. And now he drinks decaf coffee, 1 cup a day. That's it.
Wow. Now, on a hot day, I might go through a 2-liter, but I also take an acid right before I go to sleep and right when I wake up, and maybe that kind of cancels each other out because I haven't had any issues. Although if I lay on my stomach sleeping, I wake up choking on stomach acid, so it might have something to do with that. But it might just be what they call a hiatal hernia. Yep. So there's that.
Yep, talk for quiet in the chat.
I'm glad we didn't wait on Russ before we got live. You know what I mean?
Hey, what's up with Wes? I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know. I keep scrolling outside of his availability window. All these people with normal jobs and stuff.
Oh my.
It's acting like it needs attention again. What is going on over here?
Hurrah?
Yep, it loosened again. That doesn't usually happen. I might break a blade because I might have over-tightened it, but yeah. One of y'all cursed my saw tonight.
Must have got one of them bad batch of blades there.
I hate when somebody talks like that, saying something. Or on the word button, they'll say button. Like,
What you talking about?
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Sorry.
Sorry.
That sorry thing is definitely a Canadian thing. How dare y'all say words the way they sound or spelled?
Could you imagine if Different Strokes was filmed in Toronto instead of down in New York?
What are you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis?
That's funny right there. I'm going to tell you what, by God.
Sorry.
What you talking about, Willis? That was way funnier than it needed to be.
Or if Urkel didn't say, "Did I do that?" and he said sorry instead, right?
That's funny.
Did I do that?
Sounded just like him, didn't I? You thought he was sitting here scrolling, didn't you?
Yep.
What you giggling about?
Lawrence is messaging me, but I think he answered in the group chat instead.
That happens. Which really sucks if you're talking smack about somebody and then you accidentally write it to the person you're talking smack about.
Oh no, it wasn't about you.
No, I didn't mean me. I was just generalizing. Most people talk crap to me, so I'm not worried about that.
No, we're talking about these canes that he's been making lately.
Right.
You know, it's not scroll saw related, so that's why we're keeping it on the down low.
Nice. I'm going to see if for some strange reason I'm being held for review. Hopefully not, but it happens quite frequently. Yep, being held for review. They didn't waste any time, did they?
For what? I didn't do nothing.
No, it just happens. It's an algorithm. And
It wasn't me this time, Charles.
they say it's an algorithm, but I don't know. Yeah, every one of my live streams gets held for review during the live stream. One time it happened before the live stream started, but these things happen.
We're only half an hour into the show, too. We haven't even said anything bad.
Well, they wait till we get really bad.
Bad.
If I was here for the money, I wouldn't be here. I'm here for the hoots and hollers and laughs, by God, and a little bit of learning, and a little bit of teaching, a little bit of therapy.
Yep, that's what I was just fixing to say.
Which part?
The therapy.
Oh, yep. And I'm sure most will agree I need therapy, but that's all right. Or they need therapy because of me, and that's not me dogging myself. Yes, it is.
Okay, you can stop that.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Segued right back into it. By God, that's what we do here.
Nobody in the chat. Everybody being quiet.
Yeah. This is one of those projects most people, including me, hate myself during it, but when you're done, you kind of like, man, that was worth it. That looked plumb nice. And that's not me bragging on myself. Well, maybe it is. I have a tendency to dog myself. Why am I so hesitant to compliment myself? I don't know.
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing myself.
I don't know. I have issues, I expect. Lawrence is on 2 different devices. I can barely handle one.
How do you do that?
I don't know, but I don't know what Russ just doesn't love us anymore. That was a total subject change right in the middle of my response. Go ahead, Herb.
Yeah, I think I run him off. He don't like me.
Good lordy.
Oh,
Dang.
googly movie.
Dang CNCers. I said it. Little cluster of wrinkles on the shoulder, then we'll get these 2 areas done and leave that because that's where the dang brad nails are at. And we can probably get back on the barn if we wanted to, and I guess we want to because it needs done anyway. We have an average of 9 people watching. There are 4 on Facebook and 5 on the YouTuber. Much obliged for y'all watching. If you have any comments or questions that can be repeated publicly, please feel free to throw them out there. And one of my lovely assistants will read it out to you, or my weird butt.
Herb, do you want to be Vanna or Holly?
Holly's Price is Right. Vanna is Wheel of Fortune.
That's
Right.
right. You knew exactly who I was talking about.
Yep.
I guess I'll be Holly.
No, Holly's hotter than Vanna.
Yeah.
I don't like Vanna.
Well, what does that make me? Bob Barker or Pat Sajak? Or Weird Al?
Alex Trebek.
I'll take Why Am I Still Awake for 300, Bob.
Exactly.
Yep. All that up and down on the tension probably screwed that one all to heck. That blabbit makes me want to spit.
Makes me want to take a drink.
By God, I'll take you a drink. Just don't choke on it when I say something weird. Because I've been known to do that.
Yes, you have.
Just at least once a live stream. I got a weird little crook on the end of that blade. I'm trying to straighten it out so it doesn't mess with the dang it. Let me grab another one. I don't feel like fiddling with it. That's right, I said it. Oh, this is going to be one of them blades. Okay, I see how you are.
Lauren says you can be Drew Carey.
I'm not sure how to take that. Well, this is one of those, okay, it completely turned around on me. Well, these blades don't like me tonight. I got to untwist it a little bit. Y'all say something, it's too quiet in here.
Something.
All right.
Something?
How diddly do?
My God, you talk funny.
Not fine, too.
Okay, we're going to try this again. If it twists again, I'll just replace the bloody blade, by God.
I sure would like to have some of them French fried taters. Mm-hmm.
You got some another day. Mm-hmm. I win. I like some of them French fried taters. Mm-hmm.
My wife hates it when I do that.
You just boy art not to talk like that. Mm-hmm. Billy Bob Thornton. Sling blade. All right, let's get back on it.
Yeah, I watched that movie so many times. My daughter threw the DVD away.
Yeah. What are you going to do with it? I reckon I aim to kill you with it. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Yep. You just never know what kind of fun we're going to have on this here show, I tell you what. Although I did shoot myself in the putting away because I derail so often, people are waiting to see what's going to happen next for that reason, and not the excitement of an awesome scroll saw project. Dag blabbit. But what the heck? Attention is attention.
Hey, Doc Krantz joined us for a minute.
What up, Doc? How you doing? What's up, Doc?
What's up, Jack?
I wasn't trying to be Bugs Bunny, but it just kind of happened.
We're only for a minute, though, eh?
Dag nabbit. At least 3 minutes, Doc. You got to prove you love me. Scott Hampton has joined us. Oh, he's been here. He's just saying hi to Doc. Okay, sorry about that, Scott. I'm not all there. And since y'all were so sweet, I'm going to pull the camera back just to let any potential first-time viewers see what we're working on. Bunch of riders in front of a barn. And barn.
You still got a lot of work to do on that. Holy cow.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Somebody made it too detailed. I don't know what to do. What have I done? I've messed up the camera angle. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'll quit asking you to quit doing all these detail pieces.
All right. Well, that's not going to be easy because that's what I do. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I am. Somebody told me once, you can't be talking like that. You'll run people off. They'll get offended. I said, there's comedians all over the world be talking like that, too. And I've not been accused of being a comedian, but I've tried to be one. Worst problems to have, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
But you never know what voice is going to come out of the woodwork in this place.
And I don't even know. That's what's funny. That just kind of happens as it happens, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. This might be one of those days where I just for some reason can't get the tension right. Because every time I start scrolling, I think I didn't get the tension right. Oh well. Worst that'll happen is I'll go through 3,223 blades. But I do it for the people.
Paul King says, Charles, is that a pattern that you designed?
Yes, sir.
Pretty complicated to me.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated. It's actually a combination of I did a group of cowboys and I did a barn, and then I combined them. So you can get just the barn, you can get just the riders, or you can get the barn with the riders like this. By God, woodenvisions.com. That was my commercial voice. Sounded just like a commercial, didn't it, guys? Work with me here.
Yes, it did.
Well, thank you. I love how you take your cues so well, sir.
I know it, but quit sending me those rubber checks.
Yeah, I just cannot get that tension dialed in today because it keeps loosening on me. I'm sitting here looking at the blade, and it looks like it's vibrating, but it feels tight. Don't go there. Y'all can probably hear that. That sounds like good tension, but it don't look like it. I can't talk. Never mind. And Lawrence is asking if I'm standing here beside myself. Well, I'm often beside myself with words I can't think of. But yep. If I'm going to be funny, I should probably know the words before I try to say it. But that would be too planned, and we don't do planned here. John, please hold the noise down, sir. I'm trying to talk over here.
I'm trying to listen to see if he's starting to snore.
I'm not sleeping.
Every now and then, if he gets to reading something, it looks like he's being still, like he dozed off. It's like, no, he's just looking down doing something.
So, just out of curiosity, is it like, okay, I understand the Second Amendment, blah, blah, blah. We have the right to bear arms, blah, blah, blah. So,
Yep.
does every American own a gun?
No, because a lot of them are, not a lot of them, but a bunch are anti-gun.
So, I was just reading this article. This guy in Pennsylvania. So, he went into a cigar shop. The owner told him he can't be in there without a mask on. So he got all irate, got angry, stole 2 cigars, went out to his car, brought in a handgun, and shot at the clerk.
Now that's just an idiot. I mean, people don't condone that. So
exactly. Go ahead. So the next day, the cops are at his house, and he pulls out an AK on them.
Good Lord. Well, the average responsible gun owner doesn't do stupid stuff like that. The problem with people like that is
it's all over the stupid whole mask thing. Like, frick, get over it, man.
Yep. I'm not a fan of masks, but I'll wear them if I want to get in somewhere that doesn't allow you without it.
Exactly. Or you can go shop somewhere else where they don't allow masks, right?
Or where they, yeah. I think it's not so much necessarily the mask for some people. They think it's against their constitutional rights. I think they're over looking into it. You know, there's different views on the COVID thing altogether. There are crooked numbers out there and stuff, but I'll just do it. It doesn't mean I'm a sheep. It means I don't, life's too short for a bunch of drama. Just put on the dang mask, get over yourself.
Like, I saw this meme the other day, and it was no shirt, no shoes, no service. Nobody had a problem with that, right?
Yep. Seatbelt.
Put your seatbelt on. It saves lives. Okay, nobody has a problem with that. Oh, put a mask on, or you can't be in our store. Oh no, that goes against my human rights. That's against my liberty.
Yeah, I'm not for or against masks. I choose not to wear them unless I'm required to. That's me. But it's not because I don't care about grandma and grandpa and all that. Although they've been dead for years, so if you can kill a dead person, they were going to die anyway. See what I did there? Anyway, yeah. I don't have a political angle on it or a constitutional answer on it. It's they're just trying to. Some of them are trying to, just eradicate the bull crap. But I mean, in the U.S., at least the last statistic I saw, 0.1% is how many people have died from it, and most of them had underlying conditions and/or elderly. But yeah, I mean, nobody will fully agree. I cannot find the stupid pilot hole I'm looking for.
Are you sure you drilled them all?
I'm pretty sure I did, at least through the top layer. because I see the pilot hole I'm looking for. I just can't reach it. Let's find out where I am. No wonder I thought I was in another one, and I was going the wrong direction.
You're in the wrong hole.
Yeah, sure. There we go. Better late than never.
I believe you need to take a drink on that one.
Well, if you want to. If anybody in the chat wants to comment on the mask thing, we don't have limits here. We just try to watch our language is all. I can see why people have their opinions. I'm pretty open-minded, but I don't think I'm a sheep if I wear one, but I don't wear one unless I'm required to. So there's that. So I think that limits my sheephood, if that makes any sense.
Yep, and I got too many health issues not to wear one.
Yeah, and if I need to go into a store, if they need a mask, then by God, I'll wear a mask, and I bet I get over it eventually.
Like up here, they're not really forcing you to wear a mask. They're just asking you, can you wear a mask? It's not a big deal, right? And the thing is, like I even at work, but like there's only one job I've been at where I had to wear a mask, but that's under the construction contractor's rules, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. So it's no big deal.
Well, the part I don't agree with is people shaming people that aren't wearing masks. You know, the shaming is part of the annoyance. You know, live and let live. Or, you know, oh, what if they want to live? Well, you know, but for me, it's, you know, do what I'm using the 22-inch Hegner, Scott Hampton. What was I talking about? Masks and stuff. You know, okay, let's say you're wearing a mask and somebody else isn't. Okay, worry about yourself. If you're wearing one, you're protected. Now, you might be saying, well, that little old lady over there might get sick because you're not wearing a mask. Well, okay. But still, I think people need to worry about themselves. But you got all these politicians trying to convince people to tattle on somebody that's not wearing one. But, you know, it's just, people are never going to always agree, and that's where most of this crap come from. But not everybody that owns a gun should. But I'm very pro gun. I just don't have the income to get them. I'm also pro Trump, so if anybody wants to unsubscribe from me because of that, it is your choice. But I allow you to have your choices. I have mine. And being pro-Trump doesn't mean every word he says or everything he does I agree with, but I support my president, by God. I figured I'll touch everything controversial before this thing is over here. Even my camera ain't cooperating. It keeps... I'll blame it on the camera instead of me just not aiming it the way I wanted to. Trying not to cover up where it goes into the board. Scott Hampton says, as it should be. I don't know which comment he's responding to, but thank you.
I'm pretty sure it was about all political views and all things are they're discussed. Doesn't really matter. Everybody has their own opinion about certain things. Like up in Canada, I don't care what happens down in the States, but I do because it doesn't affect me personally, but it matters globally.
Yeah, and you're also allowed to care. But yeah, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. I love a good debate, and I'm not because I'm a butt monkey, but because I like a debate. When I don't like it is when people start attacking people, calling them idiots and sheep. I say that, but I've been guilty of calling people sheep. I'll admit.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris Nealon says, back, the generator still singing to the nation.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome back, Mr. Chris Nealon. Now, I know, unless Chris Nealon's mind has changed, I've seen his opinion. He works in an industry that shows the results of death. And I don't know how public he wants to go with that, so I'm going to go with it. But he is pro-mask, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'll wear one if I'm required to. But other than that, I don't just walk around with one. I keep one nearby in case I need to wear one, but yeah. And I'm not anti-mask, because I just choose not to wear one all the time unless I'm required to.
You don't wear one in your truck when you're by yourself? Come on.
Nope. Yeah, some people do overdo it, but but on a funny recollection to that, I even use my blinker in areas when there's nobody behind me. The reason why I do that is to stay in the habit. That's why you never. I'm not one of these people that forgets to turn on their blinker, because if you stay in the habit of doing it, then it's second nature. So that's me. I don't make it a point to do it when nobody's behind me, but unless I'm in a neighborhood kind of thing. But like sometimes I accidentally do it on dirt roads, not thinking. But it's a good habit to be in.
Oh yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't tell other people what to do as far as seatbelts go. I feel weird if I'm not wearing one, but I'm not one to tell people what they got to do. It is the law, though. Just saying. Yeah, I just think people look for things to gripe about sometimes. Worst problems to have. Now, they're passionate about it. It's not my constitutional right, but, come on, consider the options here. People I feel sorry for are the ones that are law-abiding citizens, want to be in a safe area, and the politicians in their area are trying to defund the police, because that makes sense. Not every cop is a good guy, but not every cop is a bad guy or girl, whatever the case may be.
Isn't that the truth?
I've been judged for the color of my skin by people outside of white, but I don't blame them all for it. I don't believe in the term white privilege, because with Barack Obama, he was president. Oprah Winfrey's filthy rich, and she's the one recently started talking about white privilege. So if you can tell me something that you're not getting that I have access to, then I'll call myself white privilege. But there are people forget cops are human. There are people that will profile people because whatever, but in general, the statistics show more white people are killed by cops than black people, but they don't get in the news. And I am not in any way against black people or caring about black people. I'm for the premise that Black Lives Matter, but the movement that's called Black Lives Matter is a whole different ballgame. That's just my opinion. Well, I know that's actually a fact. If you go to their website and read their stuff, they want to disable the nuclear family and all that kind of stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our favorite CNC cheater is joined us. What's up, baby?
Oh, that's pretty cold there, Charles.
It's not inaccurate though, but I love you like a brother that nobody talks about. But
I know, red-headed brother. Okay.
You're free to come and go as you please. We just miss you being here all the time. Real quickly, let me catch up on the comments. Chris Nealon says, I am pro-mask. When in groups of people, I've been dealing with many clients with COVID, although my state has buttoned it down greatly. Connecticut. Yes, sir, and I understand that. Doc Crane says, I sent you a family pic. I don't know if he's talking to me or somebody else. Or is it for just showing pictures, or do you need a pattern made, or what? I guess I'm a little bit confused, Doc. Lawrence Alder says, I've been judged for having my hair cut short. To me, that's stereotyping. Yep.
Yeah, me too. I go the other way.
Yeah, same with long hair, yeah. Chris Nealon says, most police departments have a few bad policemen, but the vast majority are good people. Amen. And I've been treated like crap from some cops and from people outside my race, but I just, I'm not one to... but also a lot of people are getting misinformed on both because they only show the bad cases in the news. Anyway, so there's that. And Lawrence Aldridge is saying hello to Russ, and I'm going to hug the camera again. Appreciate you being here, Russ. You want to tell people where they can find you?
I'm incognito tonight.
All right. So wherever Cognito is in this world, that's where he is. See what I said?
I got you. I saw what you did there.
Chris Nealon says, I'll stay away from political debates for now. Yes, sir. Some people love them. Some people hate them. By God. I need a swig of Dr. Pepper. All this stress. I'm kidding.
Well, you take your
Hello,
swig. I'll take mine.
incognito.
All right.
Hello, Herb. And Lawrence and all the rest.
Now, Russ, I'm not going to label you here, but I'm assuming you're here because your wife lets you be here.
As a matter of fact, she's over there listening to a video in the bedroom at the moment.
All right.
Surprised you can't hear it. I can.
If I heard it, I probably thought it was her because God love it.
Yeah, it's always my fault.
yeah.
I am tickled to death that we got Herb to start joining these panels. By God, he's been one of our, and I know y'all back me up on this, one of our most loyal viewers.
Yep.
Whether it's a 1 hour live feed or a 12-hour live feed, he's there through most of it anyway. As long as he
I
gets his
was
30
I
minutes.
was actually there for the whole 12-hour one.
Me too. Yeah, I wish I could keep doing that. So this thing would probably be done by now, I expect. What do y'all think?
You're probably right. You're probably right. All right, let's see.
And Frogman, I still haven't seen Ranty for the last 2 or 3 days.
Well, see if she's okay, man. Check her
Yeah,
out.
I wrote to her asking if she was okay. I haven't heard back. I hope she's okay.
Well, her husband probably got tired of her being on these shows.
Well, no, she said he likes me. I think I could be wrong. Duck Cran says in front of the barn, in front of an old barn.
That's where I am.
Now, Doc, are you asking for me to make a pattern of this picture you say you sent? Actually, I don't see any notification that anything was sent to me on Facebook. So you may not have sent me it. Let me see. No, it doesn't show that I was sent anything unless you emailed it. And if also, are you just showing it to me or you want me to make a pattern? Anyway, Chris Nealon says, oh, yeah, I already read that one.
I think we're caught up, man.
Lawrence Aldridge is pretty accurate. This is more so in Chicago. He says, I'm just tired of children getting killed by stray bullets. Yep. That's pretty sad. We'll talk about pretty much anything here until we reach my limits. I don't think we have any, but I think it's common sense. Contrary to popular belief, common sense is pretty common in here. Okay.
Doctor,
Go ahead.
kind of like your pick there.
All right, neato.
All right, yeah. Well, there was one day I went on this kick looking for old barns, and it's a fun thing to do. I need to do it again as a live stream to make a pattern from one, but they're fun to make into patterns. But a lot of the pictures I found, I've already made into patterns. This particular barn without the riders is in one of my ebooks, along with three or more others. I don't remember, but it's one of my ebooks. And the way my ebooks are set up is even somebody with a 16-inch scroll saw can cut them. That's why each page in the thing is 1/4 of a pattern. So in other words, you would see this barn cut into 4 pieces. That would be 4 different pages. That way, it's sized so that when you tape them all together, it can be done on a 16-inch scroll saw. Not saying how easy that would be because we got detail and stuff, but there's that. All right, much obliged. Getting ready to go again here, by God.
About freaking time.
We love you too, Mister. Almost an hour late into the, and we were waiting on you. I said, well, maybe he'll just join us later.
I don't believe you were waiting that long.
Yeah,
no, not that long. No.
Ross, Charles started cutting within 5 minutes of starting the show.
I know.
I knew
That's
it.
my usual 20-21 minutes. I don't know what happened there.
We're like, we're waiting for Ross, and like, you know what? No, I think we should just get started anyway.
Yeah, because I said I'd be here in a few minutes. But I don't know how long it took. Almost an hour. Yeah.
Just like a woman doing her makeup. I'll be done in a minute.
I was doing something for the wife, so.
Were you doing your makeup, Russ?
Hey. Don't let that long hair fool you, man.
Diddly. I could use some makeup.
Boy, that ain't no lie.
I love you too, Herb. You've been around a while when Herb starts dogging you.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't refuse that one.
I tend to leave those doors open for people. You're welcome. But putting makeup on me is kind of like putting makeup on poop. That's as unfamily friendly as I'm going to go for now.
Yeah, it just makes it pre-sweetened, that's all.
Every now and then I'll tell somebody, I'm tired and you're ugly, but I can get some sleep. Because I'm a friendly feller like that. I tell you what. We have 11 people watching it. And it's,
What?
It's almost midnight. My God, Central Time it is. That's plumb nice. I'm telling you, if you get a bunch of subscribers, it looks like at least 10 people will like you. and, and,
They was all waiting for Russ to show up.
and the maker,
Oh,
that's what it was. In the maker community, technically, I really don't have that many subscribers, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying a lot of people in the maker community have 10,000 plus, and it took me a while just to get where I'm at, and I think I'm at 6512. Started these live streams at 6518, but they like to trickle out of there. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Dennis.
Hi,
Wood Den
Dennis.
has joined us, by God. All right, now this cut is a wrinkle as well as one of the lines in the barn thingy. So, and this one has the brads in it. So again, we're going to avoid that one. Then I may go back into doing the parts up here that just out of view of the camera. Over there, and then we'll move over to here. Aye. And then I'll come down and do this part over here. Then eventually we'll have it all dead. I'm going to do this live stream as long as I can. Go ahead, Hoib.
Dennis says he's only here for a short time.
Dag nibbit. Well, we appreciate you being here anyway, Dennis. By God. If we're going to screw up our sleep schedules, you need to screw yours up too, mister. All right, here we go.
Yeah, sleep is overrated.
Yes, sir. But it sure feels good. I think another reason why I started doing these live streams, even though I don't often do them this late at night, is because I feel more productive if I'm doing something like this on a live stream. Because if I mess up my days and nights, like Russ well knows, although I haven't talked to him in a while because he's cheating on me with seeing theaters, me and Russ, well, Herb too, tend to have a twisted sleep schedule.
Oh, you're not kidding.
So when you wake up in the middle of the night and it's harder to find something to do that makes you feel productive.
I know it's either Netflix, Acorn, Hula, or one of them streaming devices.
Now the plan I use on StreamYard is $25 a month. The one with a lot more perks is $49 a month. I can't quite swing that, at least not till my truck's paid off, which is finally be paid off in October. So I'm a little excited about that. So I have a little bit of money after bills instead of $2.73, not to be specific. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. And the reason why I mentioned that is one of the perks. Okay, the $25 version and the $49 version, you can have up to 10 people on the panel, but the $49 version, you can have 1080p resolution. So be plumb clear. You feel like you're on the scroll saw piece. And then I have to be kicking a bunch of people off the scroll saw piece so I don't cut them while I'm cutting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can really see how far you go off that line, too.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to start blurring up my picture a little bit. Dennis says, need to get up early in the a.m., need to go in and see Mom. All right, well, I can't argue with that, sir. I'm glad you stopped by. Now, we're going to, you know what? I lied to y'all. I said I was going to get into the barn, but I'm going to go ahead and do all this here. Might as well. It's not that much. So let me get the camera where I want it, and then we're going to go against what I said I was going to do. At least up to that line that shows the capacity of the saw.
Saw?
The saw. You haven't seen my saw?
Yeah. Oh, Dennis is trying to jinx you on you. Your truck is going to break down after the last payment.
Oh, that would suck.
Boy, you know it would.
That's usually what happens, though.
Well, when I bought my truck, my truck is a 2012, but I haven't had it since 2012. But I've been taking care of it, except for my wife wrecked it once. I'm kidding. She didn't wreck it. Somebody changed lanes into her. But I've never, worst I've ever done to my truck, and this tells you how quality the back bumper is, but I barely caught a barbed wire fence with the back corner of my bumper in the back. And when I pulled away, the barbed wire twisted the back bumper. It's like, my God, is that made of aluminum foil? So I need to figure out who provided that fence and do a commercial for them. Yeah, it tore my truck all to heck, but that fence is still standing.
You mean aluminium foil?
Yeah,
Something like that.
aluminium. No, they say it's funny over there.
Yeah, they're weird.
That's
No,
that
but
UK in them.
the truck is pretty darn pretty for being a 2012. It's got 139,000 miles on it, but it's still going. Knock on wood.
Yes, Dennis, that's John C. in the background also.
I hope y'all don't curse my truck. Don't make me have to. Please, I can't afford something else. Although it'd probably be a good trade-in except for the high mileage, but it looks wonderful. And I'm a smoker, so that could count against me.
Yeah, Dennis, it's me you hear, but I gotta go. And Charles
Well,
knew I was leaving.
Dag nabbit, John.
Yeah, some folks still have to work, you know.
I do have a question for y'all regarding credit, because I actually give a crap about mine. And I heard that when you pay off a vehicle, it looks good for paying off a vehicle, but it actually drops your credit because of amount of accounts. So how do you rectify that?
How do you rectify that? What you do is when your truck is paid off, you get credit cards and you use your vehicle as collateral against your credit card. That way you have debt again, and credit companies like that, and the more debt you have, the higher your credit score is.
Well, all right.
Believe it or not.
So, yeah, but for some reason they expect you to pay back those loans.
No. As long as you make your minimum monthly payment,
Yeah, it's a revolving credit.
then they're happy with you. Yeah.
No,
They're happy with you.
Yeah. Now, for some reason, Experian is the lowest. It's 661, but my other ones are 764 and 759. I'm pretty proud of that because I've been trying for so long. I actually lose sleep for about a week when my credit score drops, because apparently life revolves around good credit these days, and I'm proud of that. But man, if it drops, it deflates me.
See, I know credit scores in the States are different than they are in Canada, but I know my credit is about 950. Has been for about 8 years now. And when
your credit score is 850?
950.
Yeah, they have a different score than
I'm about to say,
they score different than we do.
850 is a perfect credit score.
Right.
Mine's considered excellent, but I don't know why Experian's so much lower, but that one's 661. But go ahead, John, I interrupted you.
See, but I know that I did have like one credit card on my credit score that kept bringing it down before I bought the house. And what it was a credit card that didn't pay off that had like 3 cents balance on it.
Damn.
But it kept bringing my score down every time I applied for a new credit card and everything else. And the thing is that I had to call them up, tell them to stop applying interest to it, and then freaking send it to me and pay it off, and then get it off my credit score. When they did that, my credit jumped up like another 100 points, that day.
Wow.
So,
I just turned 50, and the first time in my life last year, I was sued by a card company because I disputed it, never paid it. It was only, well, I say only, but for my broke butt, $1,334. That tanked my credit score. It's still there because I can't afford to pay it off. But And Scott Hampton says, I have a 2004 F-150 with 180,000 miles. It runs great, by God. My brother's saying, well, you going to give me your truck when you get it paid off? I said, hell no, I'm trying to celebrate that I don't have any more payments. But like y'all are saying, it'll probably go to crap as soon as it's paid off.
So I get a brand new truck every 3 years, regardless. So,
I don't think 661 is good enough to. But then again, I can't afford the monthly payment unless I get some kind of income. But people don't love me enough to buy 20 patterns a day.
Yeah,
all right,
you're right.
I'll talk to you guys later, eh?
See you, John.
All right, homie dog.
Take care, John.
Good having you here.
Guys. All right, see ya,
be good. Toodle. All right, and then there were 3. Me, Hybe, and Russ. And Russ took a drink without me. Dag,
I did, by God.
Don't do it.
Too late.
All right. Yeah, I'm probably too worried about my credit, because I don't go out making a bunch of big purchases anyway, but I feel like a productive member of society when I try for something and I actually qualify for it because I have good credit.
Right.
But 661 doesn't sound like a bad credit score, but that's the one that prevents me from
Oh,
getting
you could,
approved for a credit card kind of thing.
you could still get a vehicle or stuff like that, but your interest rate would be higher.
And that's what I'm afraid of. My current
Yeah.
truck payment is $325 a month, and I'm not trying to do a sob story here, but my disability check's only $650. So you can imagine why I'm broke after bills.
Yeah, I well know.
And that's with my wife paying most of the bills.
Hmm.
Also, stay away from those rent-to-own sheds, because if you're doing the minimum payment every time, most of it is rental fee. There, barely any of it goes off to paying off a building.
Right. Yeah. I thought about one of those and I decided against it.
That's where they make their money.
Yeah.
We had to get a bank loan. Luckily, we qualified for it to pay off this shop, and now we got a little old bitty chicken coop. I'm paying $101 a month on, and that's the minimum. And so I'm probably big time overpaid for it. Because if I were to tell them right now, how much would I need to pay it off? They'd say about $1,000.
Yeah, probably.
So once we get this, when the loan we got to pay off this shop, I think we're still paying on. But once that's done, I'm gonna try to get a loan for the chicken coop. That's $100 more I'm saving, and I'll be more productive member of society, buying stuff and helping pay bills and stuff. Anyway,
Yeah. Carry on.
carry on. Yeah, but I don't know what got me so obsessed about my credit. I guess it's because once it started going up, I'm thinking, well, this could matter.
And it does.
I don't know if you remember me posting it on Facebook, Russ, but when the place me and my ex-wife had together, that mortgage company went bankrupt and went to another mortgage company.
Mm-hmm.
But it tanked my credit score like 20 points. I was devastated.
Really?
It's like, why am I getting penalized for their bankruptcy? And then finally it went back up.
Huh. I don't remember seeing that. But
that had me pretty irked. See, I went off the line. This is an example of subtly going back to the line. It's just a horse's leg. But if you make a big crook in a horse's leg, it's going to be obvious.
Yeah.
Want to shoot the horse?
Yeah. Don't want to do that. We don't
Put him out of his misery.
We don't have violence on this here show. Yeah, but that crushed me, and my wife will tell you I'm way too obsessed about it. I let it ruin my week, because as hard as I try to keep it going, and eventually I could get that $1,334 thing off the bad part of my credit, but I don't have the extra money to do that until the truck's paid off.
Yeah.
Now, although it already went to court and I lost, I think that particular credit collector, portfolio recovery associates, because most times they won't show up in court and that's how you win, but they showed up. and lucky for me. But if I remember right, from their website, they are now set up to, once you pay off a debt, they will actually report it to the credit agencies and it goes off your credit. So I'm looking forward to getting that out from under me.
I hear that.
Yay. And I know everybody in the world cared about my credit. That's why I went through that whole story for you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. By God.
See, you have to have a little bit of filler when you're waiting on cutting that line.
Yeah, if I ever get around to cutting it. Another thing I'm obsessed with that I forgot what I was going to say just as I was getting ready to say it. Oh, respect. And to me, it's common respect. My wife says I over, what's the word? God, I can't think of words. Help me, Russ.
Herb, help.
I need words.
Words are all I have.
Maybe it's just the way I was raised, but and people say, well, respect is earned, but there's got to be a degree of respect. Come on now. But like the way a child talks to a parent, whether it's just that parent or not, you respect adults.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen these days anymore.
Not so much. And
if you can't do nothing to them, see, that's the problem.
Yeah, and I'm a big. Well, I can't think of the words. Shocker, I know. I hate being talked down to by anybody.
Right.
Like, unless you're my parent, you don't have the right to tell me what to do unless I ask. And even then, the delivery of what you're saying matters to me too. Because sometimes the truth hurts, and I can accept that. But sometimes it's the way it's said.
Yeah.
By God.
Have you spoken to Ray since you
Since he added me, no, I have not.
No, I was wondering if he started seeing the show every now and then. He won't see these. He don't stay up that late.
Well, yeah, that is very rare that I do one this late. But yeah, I don't want to force myself on him. But well, that and in his defense, I'm not using the Seiko on these live streams, so I can't really expect him to try to sponsor me or anything.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, he likes me, but yeah, I mean, I'm not going to try to force him into a sponsorship thingy.
Yeah.
Dennis says, I just finished paying off all my credit cards. Going to hate to see my score. Yeah, that's what bothers me. From what I'm hearing, when you pay off a vehicle, it's one less thing on your credit, so it actually drops your score. And I'm thinking, what kind of reward is that for paying off a vehicle, proving you doing it and weren't late, and then they ding your credit score for paying off a dang truck? Really?
Yeah.
That ain't logical. I'm just saying.
They want you to keep a little bit of revolving credit. That's what they really want to see.
Yeah, and that's
you pay your vehicle off, that's fine. If you have a revolving credit card, like a Visa, MasterCard, those kind of things, just keep a small amount on it. Pay it off. Pay at least the minimum every month. That's what they want to see.
Yeah, the dependability.
Right. The frequency of payments, the amount, at least minimum paid, that kind of thing.
Well, I think what messes me up when I'm trying to get credit is debt to income ratio. Because $650 a month versus the debt. I can see why it would make them nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it may be one of those things where I get a credit card and I never use it. I just pay the minimum every month, and yeah, that's one more thing. But getting that credit card is the hard part.
Right.
And that's called a hard inquiry, and that drops your credit score.
Yeah, it sure does.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, it does.
Oh God.
When I bought my truck, I told him who I wanted to use, and he went and sent it to 2 or 3 others just in case. And so I end up with 3 hard inquiries on my credit report.
Wow.
Well, that dropped me down just a little bit, but not that bad, but enough to aggravate me. I said, I told you who I wanted to use. But they have theirs that they try to run it through just in case. Maybe they can get a better deal.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
It's just them trying to get you a better interest rate. Even when you told them this is who you want to use, that's what aggravates me.
Yeah, it's like they weren't listening.
Yeah, just use who I told you.
Yeah. I know if the research I did is accurate, 19% is what they say you want to keep your that, or 30%, I don't remember, is the percentage you want to keep as a balance on your credit card. So you want to keep, and credit card usage or credit usage. My credit usage right now is at 66%, but I don't know how it's being used because I'm paying the minimum every month. I'm not, or above the minimum, but I'm not using credit to buy anything. So I don't understand how it's credit usage unless it's the fact that I have the stuff. I mean, I don't know what credit usage is if you're not buying something on credit. Do you?
Well, that's pretty much it, I would have thought.
Yeah, but it's telling me my credit usage is at 66%, and you want to have it lower than that, of course.
Unless they're talking about interest that they add on from just paying the minimums.
Yeah.
Maybe that has a factor in it. I don't know.
Yeah, if I have some extra change, I'll always pay more than the minimum.
Yeah.
But I don't usually have extra change. I have about $1,500 worth of credit on Fingerhut, and I know that's not the smartest thing to have, but last time I was able to do that, and PayPal credit, I was able to pay slightly higher than the minimum, so it helps a little bit. It'd be nice if credit scores were jumped immediately when you did stuff like that, but no, it's every month.
Every month.
And what irks me about this credit card that sued me, it was a Synchrony Bank. It was like something like for helping you get glasses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have paid it. I just procrastinated and I didn't. And I never would have been going through all that if I had just paid the dang thing. Because if you make something every month, it's an effort, so they can't penalize you for it.
Yeah.
And I knew that, and I didn't do it. And that's the only one. 50 years old, finally sued me, and I lost.
Yeah.
I thought for sure, man, I'm here. They're not going to come to this little bitty town. And there he was. He walked in the door, and I said, I know where you live, you son of a ding ding.
Well, that rat, he wanted that $1,000. I don't think they mess with you for a couple of hundred or less.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I disagree with that. And that's another one that dinged my credit, and it actually pissed me off because the bill was only for $116. I never received a bill, but I found it on my credit card or on my credit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what? I never got a bill, so why am I getting penalized for not paying it? I never got the bill. So $116, I could have done that in one or two payments. But no, they just had to get me.
Who's making that? What am I hearing in the background?
That's probably Herb's TV because he doesn't love us.
Nope, it's not mine.
Well, you're the only one, the other one here, and I ain't watching TV.
Me neither.
Oh, actually, some of it is your wife's, Russ.
No, but I was hearing just then.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. His was a little louder, but I can hear a little bit in the background, but it's not enough, I don't think, to mess with anybody. Dennis says, sorry I can't stay. Got to go. See you all later. Appreciate you being here, Dennis.
Take care, Dennis.
Good night, Dennis.
That was 2 minutes ago. Hopefully he's still here.
No, he's gone.
I know luckily, the one thing they don't look at much is doctor bills. I don't know why that is, but
I have a few of those, yeah.
Yeah, I have a few of those too. I'm paying on one right now, which is why I was trying to get rid of that scroll saw. But I don't know why they don't look at that, but I'm glad they don't.
It's there, and they acknowledge them, and even when I went and got my truck, not this truck, but the one before, they pulled a credit report, and all they see on there is doctor bills, medical bills, and they're not high dollar, but there's a few of them.
Yeah, and they add up.
Yeah, and they see that they kind of just don't worry about those because they know people have those kind of problems, but. It didn't seem to matter. We still were able to get the vehicle. So
now I would love to have a brand new vehicle. I've never had a brand new one, but it's the monthly payment I'm afraid of because I'm tired.
It ain't cheap.
Yeah. Now now don't laugh at me when I ask this. Is it even humanly possible to get like a $200 vehicle payment brand new?
No.
Damn it. Then I'll never be able to get a brand new one with my current income.
No,
I don't want to be right back where I started.
They finance them up to like 6-7 years, depending on the vehicle. And but the vehicle costs nowadays are so high that you could never get one for that price unless you put one heck of a down payment down.
Yeah, and it'd be silly for me to try to go get a used
truck
because
you buy a used truck. Buy a used truck no more than probably 2 years old. Yeah, don't. It's not worth buying a new one because as soon as you drive it off the parking lot, it's done lost value.
Yeah,
and the depreciation happens the fastest in the first couple of years.
Yeah, but how do you know who you can trust when it comes to a used vehicle?
Well, that just depends on you.
Because when I bought my truck, it had I don't know if it was 19 or 100. I believe it was 119,000 miles on it.
Yeah, well, that's not one I would have been buying.
Well, that's one of the few I qualified for.
Yeah, but that's what they always say. 2 years, 2 to 3 years at the most old, and it's probably a good choice, depending on the miles.
Well, hell, with my current truck payment being $325, I don't like payments that high.
All right, mine's a little higher than that.
My truck is dependable, and I hope it stays that way once it's paid off. Surely that thing doesn't have a little button in there that says, "Okay, the truck's paid off. Start going to hell." I'm hoping it's just not a coincidence. Yeah, they have this big base computer at their lot, and they say, "Okay, he's paid it off. Go ahead and start making the engine go to hell."
Yeah. Ain't that something? That's how it works.
As far as trade-in value, the looks of that truck would be gorgeous. The only part that looks its age is the inside of the bed of the truck, but the outside of that truck is gorgeous. And the
Now,
interior, except for the smoke smell. But go ahead.
here's the thing with that. The value of that truck goes down every 10,000 miles. And once you hit 100,000 miles, you bought it over 100,000 miles, you said. So uh, your truck has been decreasing in value for every 10,000 miles over.
Well, dagnabbit.
So you're not going to get a whole lot on trade-in because the looks is one thing, but it doesn't count as much as miles on the vehicle.
Well, I looked at Kelly Blue Book, and it's Blue Booked at around 12,000. For me, that's a dang good value.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that if you take it to a dealership.
Really?
No, they won't give you that. No way.
Why not? If that's the Blue Book value, isn't
That's not I ain't the book they go by.
that? Well, I want to.
They
Man.
go by that NADA book.
Okay,
And-
but I mean,
and that may be the same, but they still won't. Most likely, will not give you that price. It's all based on the mileage that you got.
yeah.
The factory of the truck looking good. Everything works. Air conditioner works.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. That's all a plus. But it's the mileage and the age of the vehicle
Poop.
that take you down. And like I said, every 10,000 miles, you can expect a pretty good little drop in the value of the truck.
Now, if I sold it to a private individual, I could get away with 12,000. The drawback is
Right.
I don't want a brand new truck payment. That's the problem. But I
Yeah.
would love to have the dependability and gas mileage of a brand new vehicle. But
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
drive that often, so I just need to suck it up and deal with it. But
Well, Kelly Blue Book gives you private sale price, and trade in price, and whatever else price. 3 of them, and you're better off trying to sell it yourself. Private sale, you get more money for it usually.
bless you. Okay, and I'm not saying I would do this. Let's say I have 5,000 as a down payment. Can that get my payment below 300?
It depends.
On what?
It depends on what vehicle you buy.
A big old
No,
a big old compensation truck.
no, you're not going to. If it's a new truck, you're not going to get that price down at that with that small amount of down payment. Those trucks, if you're buying new, it's expensive.
Yep.
Way too expensive.
Go ahead.
Well, my little truck, my little Chevy Colorado crew cab, but it's got that 5-foot bed on it, and but it was on the lot right at $30,000 asking price.
Yeah.
And of course, I got a couple $1,000 off of that, and I put down 12.
12,000?
Yeah, because we traded our car in, it was paid off. I had a car that was only a year old.
Good Lord.
I paid it off when I retired, and I traded that thing in, and my note's still over 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could raise my income, I'd try to get a newer vehicle, but
yeah, hell, I hear you.
I'm happy with my truck. I really am. I just
I can't remember what kind of truck you had.
2012 Dodge Ram long bed, super duper cab.
Okay, that's not the same one I met you when you got the lathe with.
What was I driving then?
I'm not exactly sure. You had a bunch of crap in the back of it.
No, that was the same truck.
You sure?
Yeah, I had
Okay.
a bunch of holes in the back of it.
I don't remember. I remember you had a lot of stuff in the back of the bed, and some chain and all kinds of other stuff, I think.
Well, I keep that tow chain in the back in case I need it.
Okay, well that might have been the same truck then.
Yeah,
Hasn't been that long. How long have you had it?
I want to say since 2016. I could be wrong, but it's a gorgeous truck. It's white.
Mhm.
It has almost no flaws.
Yeah.
Almost, because of that stupid barbed wire. It's the inside of the bed shows its age, but there's no holes. It's just beat up all the hell. It's a gorgeous truck, and I hope it'll stay dependable.
Yeah, it probably will for a while. You keep it up good.
Yep. But yeah, just what 2 more months of payments and I'll have that out from under me. It'd be so nice.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm sure my wife will make me help pay bills. I want some money too. My
Yeah,
wife
that's
makes
how it
decent
works.
money, but you can't tell because of how little I bring in. She has to carry most of the weight of the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Dagnabbit. And you missed it the other night because you were cheating on us. So my wife was on the panel.
I did see the, or at least part of that episode on replay. I saw Jamie was saying he ain't coming unless she's on.
Yeah. That's old Jamie for you.
Well, you know, I like some of them out there. I was here when she used to be on your show every week.
Way back when, yeah.
Yeah.
When I first started doing live streams, but it was more of a show than a stream of showing scrolling. But, but you know me, I can only think of so much to keep a topic for an hour.
I hear you.
And now I'm too much of an attention whore to stop after an hour, so here we are. Because, as you well know, being at least a former scroller,
I'm still a scroller.
An hour doesn't show much. An hour doesn't show much difference in a detailed piece like this, so that's why I try to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
yeah, I've got to do a little scrolling tomorrow. My wife bought a hanging word sign that she got it cheap because one of the letters was missing.
Huh.
And so she showed it to me today, and so I made a pattern of the letter, and I have to go outside and cut it tomorrow. And she's gonna glitter it up, put it on. All the other ones are glittered up. So,
all right,
yeah. See, there I have not given up the
not completely.
No,
God, you're going to get a letter out of it.
Yeah.
No, I mean it sincerely when I say I miss having you here for so long, but I get it. I mean, you have other things going on in your life, and you're also a CNCer, and you love hobby more, and you hate me. I get it. That escalated quickly, didn't it?
Well, I'm telling you, you went from all right to wow.
I guess from the polite guilt trip stage, I used to have you. You were the Herb. Herb, I knew was going to be available. And I'm not dogging you for that. Not seriously, anyway. It's like, you know, you used to be able to be here all the time, and now you can't. It breaks my heart.
Yeah. Well, my wife says these things ain't productive use of my time.
She clearly does not know what productive means.
Yeah, so she gets a little case of the red butt, you know. I try to be family friendly.
Yeah, I hear you. By God, it's much obliged. Much appreciated.
Of course, I am past the witching hour, by God. I ought to be able to say it.
I know, but I'm an iron-clad, iron-fisted dictator, I guess. And I slept myself, but yeah, I'm trying to get better at it since you saw what I wrote in the group.
Right. Yeah.
We're angels here, buddy.
Yeah.
Fallen angels, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, Herb?
Yeah, we're angels till about 2 o'clock, and then
we all turn to pumpkins.
You almost got that part finished, Charles.
Yes. There's only about 2,220 million more holes, and because Herb had to add all this detail. Oh, look at me! I like to one-up myself, but then other times that will make projects feel boring if I'm going less detailed. But, you know, every now and then you can get away with that, by God.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find a place to put my hand to help me steer.
I hear you.
These things are a little bit weighty.
That is a 3 foot wide piece?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
A hair over. It was either hair over or hair under 2 feet, top to bottom.
Wow. Well, I would struggle to hold something. I couldn't do that on the way I got my saw set up.
Yeah,
There's
especially
no
not
way.
with a flat blade.
No, well, I've got spirals too, and I use them when they're warranted. And for a piece like that, you pretty much have to. But
Well, pieces this big is why I have such manly arms. I'm kidding. I just wanted to feel sexy for a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would never be able to do a piece that big.
well, the way my saw is set up is just sitting on top of my bench, and I've got so much crap in there
Yeah.
that there's no way I could set up a system like you have with the plexiglass and all that to help hold it. There's no way. I don't have a room for that.
I'm
So
sorry.
I take your patterns and I shrink them, buddy. That's
Yeah,
all I
then you gotta scroll it with human hairs.
well, I use a 2/0 or sometimes a 3/0.
Yeah, my detail patterns can be done smaller. I just use large blades because they last longer.
Mhm.
He said on the night that he's broken 2 or 3 blades so far, but I like doing them big because if you can sell them, you can justify more money.
Right.
Now, hopefully you'll back me up on this. You know, in a way, an 8x10 can take just as long as some of the bigger pieces, but you can't justify the cost because somebody's not going to want to pay $200 for an 8x10 picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It really depends on the picture and how good it is. Something of your quality, you should be able to get a good price.
Well, I
But
appreciate that, but you saw that John Wayne I posted on Facebook?
yeah,
Nobody, I haven't even gotten a look at it. I've gotten looks, but no interest.
wow,
I think I was going pretty cheap on that.
yeah,
Nibbit. And I need to. Josh Grover made the frame for that. I
Right.
would like to get frame for both of these because I think with the theme, it would go perfect with a barnwood frame. But yeah, I'd have to get with Josh because I
Mhm.
can't build nothing. I can build a
I ain't
case
worth it.
against myself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not worth the crap on frames. That's my pet peeve right now.
Yeah, Josh done me good on that.
Yeah, he did. It was a damn good job.
Elsa. I'm
I
a
should
stretch.
say, dang good job.
Oh,
Excuse me.
hell. Damn. If we're going to go down, let's go down hard. I think. All right, let's see.
Yeah, he did a good job on those frames. It came out really nice.
Yes, sir. Well, he only did one frame, but that's
Right.
one more than I had, so I was pretty thankful. Well, that's weird. I'm still being held to review. That never happens.
That's crazy.
Yes. But we haven't lost any subscribers yet. But wait till they wake up and see the crap show. I'm kidding. We actually been kind of family friendly, or pretty productive, and not naughty. So hopefully we don't lose any.
I found one of my almost one of my very original first scroll saw portraits that I did.
You want me to put you on the camera there? I believe I'll do it.
Well, this is hold it up there.
Holy monkey, that's actually pretty dang good.
I hadn't been scrolling. I don't even know if I'd seen your show for the first time yet. When I did that one, that was like 5 or 6 years ago.
That's
I found
pretty.
it. Thank you. That's supposed to have been Faith Hill. One of her album covers with her hair all flying in the breeze, and I said, "Man, that might make a good pattern."
That's pretty. And you made the pattern too?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, son.
I
Why
didn't
didn't you
have
sell
but
a pattern?
Nah, I'm not into the pattern making.
Well, you made that one.
I did that. Yeah, I did one of Toby Keith, and
Well, how'd you do them?
I did them on the computer. I just I looked at a piece of software and looked at it, and I said, "Well, let me see if I can work that." So that's how I did it.
50 million people are going to want to know what software you use, so you might as well tell them.
I can't remember which one I was using at the time.
Well, that's not very dependable, sir.
I'll have to think about it.
How are we supposed
Yeah,
to
I need to know.
I'll have to think about that one.
Now, just so you know, the software probably doesn't make pretty women. It just makes patterns out of pretty women.
Now, this was, I think that was Photoshop Elements. I have Photoshop Elements 8, which is very old. And, they don't make that one anymore. So, but I was using that one, and I was trying Inkscape and, all the ones like that. And I tried GIMP and everything. I didn't like them.
Yeah.
And
I have trouble learning programs is my deal.
Yeah.
Didn't me both.
Well, Inkscape and GIMP was free when I first started. I didn't have any funds to do all this with, and so I tried those, and I really didn't care for GIMP that much,
Yeah.
and I didn't like Inkscape for that particular purpose. I like it for other things, but not for those. So I had Photoshop Elements, and I tried that, and it's not Photoshop, the main program. It's just an offshoot.
Yeah. I have Corel Draw X8. I haven't used it yet, but I have it.
Yeah,
Found a good
my
price.
wife. Yeah, my wife. You have you do your cleanup with Paint Shop Pro X4, what, something like that.
Yeah. Paint Shop Pro 4.
Yeah. Well, she's got Paint Shop Pro 8 for a long time, and I've got that, but I don't use it. And she's got the latest and greatest now and
Wow.
stuff. And she uses it for her work, but I don't. I don't use it. It's another program I don't feel like I feel like learning.
Now I know, at least if I recall, Steve Good uses different versions of Corel Draw to make his patterns.
Yeah.
He just whips right through them. I have to.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
I have
he's
to
good.
follow the steps 20 times, and I still don't learn it unless I
Scott,
do
Ham-
it.
Scott Hampton says not all. See you next time.
Good night, sir. Appreciate
Good
you
night,
being here.
Scott.
Sorry to
Yeah.
cut you off, sir.
It's all right. Sometimes it needs to be done because I don't know when to shut up.
Yeah, I think that was back in 2014 I did that pattern.
That's pretty darn good, mister.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Not in
But-
your class, but it was
Well-
good for me.
By God, it looks good. I'm going to just say it. I'm going to need some lessons from you there.
Ah, hell to the no, man. No, thank you.
Watch your smut language. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Anybody needs any lessons around here, I'm the one that needs them.
Well, for $59.99 a minute, I can teach you, sir.
By God, he can teach you. I've tried for 6 years now, I guess, at least, and I can't do them like he does.
Well, keep sucking, and I'll make some money eventually. I'm just kidding. I don't always word things the way I should. What
that was not a good one.
What I meant is I still love you. No, I for a while there I thought it was the detail of my patterns that was running people off, but Mike Williams still gets sales. But maybe I'm just being a jealous child. But then again, every now and then rumors about me will happen in the community, and there might be a lot of less and less people liking me. So you never know.
Well, Charles Hand does detailed patterns.
Yep.
Mike Williams does detailed. There's a few out there that do detailed patterns.
Yeah, and those two are good friends, I believe.
Right. Yeah, I thought so. I'm friends with Charles Hand, but I don't know Mike Williams. I know of his work, but I don't know him.
Yeah, I had him way back when I had an On Topic. I think it was the Makers Mashup Show or something like that.
Yeah.
I had Mike on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't speak a whole lot, but yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's more, and I'm not going to speak for him. I think he's more focused on catalog sales than Facebook type stuff.
Right.
I'm finding little holes in the shelf liner on my dang
I see that.
vinyl here, and once that happens, it freaking starts catching on stuff. Makes me want to spit.
Well, get that sandpaper out.
Yep, I have 4 cuts that right by that cutoff line, so I'm going to go get them out of the way, and then we'll get back on the barn. I tell you what, we're eventually going to get this stuff done. I might even be by myself doing this before I'm done tonight, hopefully.
Yeah, we got. I probably have to go in a little bit because we got. We got concrete coming tomorrow at 8:00 in the morning, and I plan on watching them jackasses all day.
What are y'all concreting? That's probably stupid. It's either a sidewalk.
Well,
or
we
a
just got a carport put up, and it's a 24 by 14 carport, and we're gonna put concrete pad under it, and then we're gonna take it down through most of the driveway.
Well, since you get that awesome credit, you want to help get me a new driveway or a whole.
You don't need a driveway.
Do too.
You don't drive.
I do too. Well, I got to park my truck on something pretty. I'm kidding. I'm sure I can make better use of your money than a driveway. So what else do you want to do? Guess you can get me a new truck if you want to.
I gave you a lathe, Charles.
Well, I gave you 50 million patterns or access to 50 million patterns.
No, you didn't. You gave me access to 1,300 of them.
Well, okay, a little less than 50 million. Okay, you caught me in the middle of a bald-faced lie, but dang it. 50 million, 1,300. Come on now. That's funny right there. I thought we was homies. I thought you were going to buy me a new truck. When you kissed me, you said, I'm going to get you a new truck, sailor boy.
Man, didn't use enough tongue on me, man. Didn't use enough tongue.
I had to break it to you that I wasn't a sailor, but
Wait a minute.
I threw it on my hat and you said, howdy do, buckaroo, and then that was...
How many people we still got watching?
5 down to 0. I'm kidding. We're at 5. Don't you do it. You took a drink.
I didn't do it.
No, I can see Russ every time he picks up his drink. If I see it, I'll say, don't you do it. Trying to make him choke because I'm a good friend. You know how good.
I know that's why I take myself off the camera.
If I did that,
I don't think
he'd
my
know what
computer screen can have any more snuff or coffee.
I don't know if I've ever showed y'all that on the live stream, but let me do that. This is how I know what people are doing. If I can coordinate my camera here. See, I got these little thumbnails down here. That's Herb. That's what's his face? Russ West or West Russ. And there's Herb down there waving at everybody. This is how I know what they're doing, but only I can see everybody down there. They can only see themselves down in this spot right here. Just saying.
Right on. Yep, that's
Where
it.
everybody over there is talking, and you can see the little symbol. That's how you know where they're writing from. There's YouTube and then Facebook. Hope I don't get a copyright strike for filming my own my own live stream. There's a psycho for anybody that wants to start a rumor that I sold it and kiss my hind end. I tell you what. And the guy
I'll pick it up tomorrow.
I will too.
The guy that started that rumor is an up-and-comer in the community, not as a designer, but as a teacher. Can you believe somebody like that would start a rumor like that?
What a
Wow.
butt monkey.
Yeah. I want to say his name so bad because karma is a beautiful thing.
Well, we can talk about it after the show's over,
All right.
if you feel like it.
I believe I already told you. You know me. I'm an open book.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I
Maybe he
can't
was
remember
watching
if you
because I
did.
just lost a viewer.
I don't remember if you told or not. I really don't.
You may not even recognize the name. I don't know, but I blocked him when I found out he was the source of it because 2 names that were mentioned earlier, I won't repeat the names, believed that rumor. And one of them blocked me, and one of them just didn't associate with me but believed the rumor. And then when he saw one of my live streams where I was actually using the Seiko, he wrote to me saying, well, I guess I was lied to because I was told you sold that saw. So I had all these people thinking I was gifted something and then sold it out from under them.
Yeah.
So I took the time to write to, and I know I hate drama too, but I took the time to write to Ray over at Seiko saying, man, I would never do that to you, at least not without permission and desperate circumstances. But, it just bothered me because it was that easy for somebody that was getting their name out there in the community to start that kind of rumor. And, people will believe rumors sometimes, and that and the fact that I don't take as much crap as I used to, aside from joking like we do. I mean, I'm less tolerant of disrespect, so a handful of people or more are seeing me as a troublemaker in the community, but I try not to be. But it is what it is, by God.
Yeah.
Yep, there's a bunch of people out there want to make everybody else look bad and them up there at the top of the list, being good.
Yeah, it's like Don Williams said, I can make mistakes myself just fine. I don't need your help. And some people can't take my sense of humor, but, it happens. Get this saw a little higher there, by God.
Apparently we can because we're always here.
Yeah, sure. Now, I'm not a perfect man. I'm not always, the kind you want to take home and meet mama without, mace. But, but I have a good heart, and I don't lie to people. I don't deceive people unless I hate them. I'm kidding. I don't even do it then. I have so many secrets that could sink people in the community, but I don't do that because I can be trusted to the grave with stuff. That being said, Russ Meadows' PIN number is. Get a pin. Get a pin.
DR549.
That's it.
God,
That is it.
PIN numbers are 4 digits. If you're gonna troll, do it right.
I was trying to keep that out there. Hopefully somebody would bite on it.
Yeah. That's funny. So y'all get a pen, and I tell you what Russ's pen number is, but his credit's gonna tank. Just saying, because we know about credit now. He won't get me a new truck, and he promised me right there in the driveway we were getting built. And diddly. We're down to 4 viewers. Apparently, they wanted their driveway fixed too.
No, they wanted my PIN number.
Well, that too. They didn't stick. Well, now we're down to 3. There's a lot of people on that don't have a sense of humor. Sense of humor is kind of a requirement to appreciate at all. Now we're down to. Wait, we already said we were down to 3, didn't I?
Yeah.
And 2 of them are probably you and Herb.
I'm not in it, so it's not me.
All right, so it's not
I'm
me.
just on StreamYard.
So Herb and 2 other desperate individuals. I'm kidding. We appreciate you. 1 on Facebook, 3 or 2 on YouTube. Which one are you, Herb? Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube.
I'm about to say, if you said both, I was going to break into tears. That means we only have 1 viewer that fell asleep at their keyboard. Holy monkey. I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so funny, but I'm glad I helped.
You got him.
Okay,
Oh, Lordy.
I got to ask inquiring minds, what does it look like when Herb's not breathing? Oh, there he is. I'm glad I can make you laugh with my natural body function. I have other ones that are not quite as family friendly.
Let's keep those for somebody else.
All right.
Hey, how does that look? Got looking better?
Crap. Wait, I just dropped my mouse.
You didn't look any worse.
What? Wait, I got to get my stupid mouse back up on the surface here. It fell off my table.
All right.
All right, y'all bear with me while I shake the camera. Yeah, that looks like a patriotic outlaw, by God.
Oh yeah.
That makes me so proud.
Mm.
By God. Oops.
I don't know where my do-rag went to.
I have
It's somewhere over in
got a whole bunch of do-rags so I can look like a big bag biker man. I'm kidding. I do it because my skull gets sunburned easily. Along with the skin that's on there, too. All right. Y'all going to let me do these 2 holes there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where am I at? Everything's mirrored.
I'll
There.
be quiet.
No, I'll just mess with you. Come on now. Come on, Cletus.
Don't make me cry, please.
I'm sorry. I love you, man.
Coming to that big witching hour. 1 o'clock, we all turn into ghouls.
Well, I turn into something. Did we already acknowledge Scott Hampton's comment? I believe we did.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Okay.
20 minutes ago.
Better say better late than never.
Yeah, I cut you off in the middle of one of your sentences a while ago.
Well, that's been known to happen. I do it to you all the time, by God.
I know it.
That's why when you'll see me finish a sentence, I'll say, go ahead, so-and-so, because I catch myself interrupting people sometimes.
But the way I look at it, it's making fun of me for leaving somebody else alone.
Yeah, and a lot of times, I mean, those same people, I'll tell you how every now and then I get lectured for dogging myself. I do it because I'm a safer target. But on the same note, and I'm not getting on to anybody, when I do that, it subconsciously gives, or even consciously gives people permission to dog me as well, because, well, if he can do it, I can do it. Yeah. So I know I'm doing that, but yeah, I'd rather make fun of myself than other people, except Russ. He's just weird. I don't mind.
Yeah, Russ don't get offended.
Well, I'm sure if he does, I'll find that line right there, because I have a way of finding that. It's like, we was friends for so many years, and then you just screwed it all to hell. And I know Russ knows one person who I used to be very close to, and things just went to poopy.
Mm-hmm.
These things happen. Not everybody loves the Charlie man. I know it shocked me too.
You say I can't believe that.
Oh, it's very easy to believe if you get to know me. I expect. I'm an acquired taste, like liver. I'm kidding.
I hate liver.
I actually liked it when I was younger. Now I'm not a fan. And the older I got, I don't like sour things like ketchup and pickles. I used to love them.
There ain't but one good thing liver's for.
Should I even ask? And is it family friendly? I'm just.
Yes, it is, and that's fishing.
Oh, I thought you was going to say repairing a hole in the wall kind of thing.
No,
I don't know what kind of liver you've been eating, but I'm just kidding. Anywho, there's some foods I don't like the texture of. I don't like the texture of apples, but I love the taste of applesauce, apple butter, and apple juice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the texture of celery at all, or watermelon.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like onions myself, but whenever my wife cooks them down where they're caramelized,
Yeah.
oh man, I like the crap out of them that way, but I don't like them any other way.
man,
Yeah,
if I could put onions on my cereal, I'd love it.
You could,
Wow.
but you'd be a sick individual. I'm kidding.
That hurts me thinking about it.
I like onion flavor, but I'm just not a fan of direct onions.
That's what I'm talking about. Just
Yeah.
like that.
But yeah, something as simple as the texture. And a perfect example of something I love is fried okra. But God, that soggy, slimy crap.
No.
Do you know
Raw okra.
I used to eat that boiled okra when I was a kid. I was the only one in the family. I have two brothers and a sister, and they used to try to, give them money to eat that. And they wouldn't give me squat because I ate it.
Dang
And it's slimy as it could be, but I could get it down and they couldn't. But I cannot eat ham.
Really?
Ham is, to me, I always threw that crap up. I cannot stand ham.
Something wrong
But
with jazz.
I love bacon and I love pork chops and stuff like that, but I cannot take ham. I just don't like the taste of it.
That is peculiar.
It's nothing against my religion.
I like
People
the
ask me
taste of ham.
a religious thing, and I said, no, I just hate the taste. Everybody in my family loves ham, but me.
I like bacon, but I think it's overrated.
Yeah, bacon to me is the king of all foods myself.
One time I was one of those people in a convenience store that saw chocolate covered bacon. I tried it. It don't taste good together, in my opinion.
I've seen it, but not in real life. I've seen it on TV and stuff.
You'll never see me on Fear Factor eating them weird foods.
No.
No way.
As much as I need money, there's just some things I won't do, by God.
Yeah, they find out right away who's going to play up and who ain't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat that crap. How they eat them scorpions and stuff.
Yeah.
I just hell to no. I ain't going to do that.
Or a bunch of sheep eyeballs. I'd rather tongue kiss a horse's butt than eat eyeballs. Yeah. That family friendly just went out the door. Because you can't disguise butthole. It's just butthole. Charlie, shut up, dude. You're going to lose all 2 of your subscribers.
I got to tone it down. My wife's trying to sleep.
Oh, damn it. You're going to get us in trouble, Russ. Stop laughing at me.
I know it. I shouldn't have done it.
I
Saw,
lied,
man.
to
Saw.
Yeah, I lied to y'all. I was going to do these holes and then move up out into the barn, but I figured I can go ahead and get this cluster and then I'll move up to the barn, by God.
You gonna finish that thing tonight?
Hell no, but I'm gonna try to go as long as I can, though.
Yeah.
All right. So
Don't bite me, damn it.
I didn't mean to. Hell, I don't even have any teeth.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's another thing I want is teeth.
You and me both.
Call me weird, but you wouldn't be the first for one. But I had regular dentures way back. I've had dentures since I was 22, but regular dentures, even with adhesive, it would move and it gags me. So I've looked into snap-in dentures, and luckily we don't have medical insurance for me because it adds way too much money. But we have dental insurance, so I can get snap-in dentures for the neighborhood of $1,500 to $2,000. So that's my next big goal. But money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take payments unless you have Synchrony Bank credit, and I kind of owe them money. But go ahead.
Well, after this stroke, my teeth started just cracking and falling out. So I had them all pulled out last June. And I've still been waiting, trying to get into the doctor to have them done, but this damn virus stopped it.
Yeah. And I think most of me wanting teeth is for self-esteem. I want to look normal. I know I'm setting myself up for cut downs here, but aside from the fact that I'm not gorgeous, I'd like to look normal when I smile and laugh, That's really the extent of it.
Yeah, that's why I don't leave the house much.
And I've had people tell me to do a GoFundMe, but I'm not good at doing things for myself like that. I'll do a GoFundMe to help somebody else, but I don't know that anybody would respond to a GoFundMe to get me tooths.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, I won't go out in public because of no teeth. But here I am on a live stream.
Yeah.
Go figure that one out.
What's funny is I do go out in public. I've gotten better about being able to talk without folding my face up to talk. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. It sounds funny, but I just like F's and P's and stuff like that. I don't fold my face up to do those sounds. I just compensate. I guess kind of like what a ventriloquist does, but with different letters. And but chewing looks funny without teeth.
Yep, I know exactly what you're going through.
I'll tell you right now, I can gum the hell out of a burrito.
There you go.
Even the scroll saw didn't think that was funny. Or
Gum the hell out of a burrito. I'm out of here.
I've been craving a steak for a long time, and I had one the other night.
Well, for me, it has nothing to do with food. It's just wanting to look normal-ish.
Yeah.
As normal as I can look, anyway. Sorry if I interrupted you, Mr. Hoib.
That's okay. I ain't doing nothing important other than combing my cat.
All right. Whatever.
Don't even go there, Charles. Don't do it.
Hey. I'm a deacon in my church. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
He thinks he's got to be combed before he goes to bed at night.
Well, I try to get combed before I go to bed at night, and everybody looks at me funny.
Tell me this is not full.
I'm glad Jamie wasn't here to hear that one.
I know it.
Jamie looks for openings to talk smack,
yeah.
and I say that in jest because I think we're friends. I don't
he does it to everybody.
Yeah. That's funny right there. Well, awkward silence. We have 5 people watching. Anybody watching, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to throw them out there. If they're within our twisted realm of family friendly, we will probably repeat them. Sometimes we just read them and laugh because we can't repeat them. Or not, because God forbid Herb and Rush should help me talk here.
No. It's not within my purview.
That's funny right there. It's funny. I made a funny earlier, and Herb barely laughed, but he cracked up when I sneezed just because I said "holy monkey." I think.
That's what it was.
You never know what's going to be funny to people.
I know it.
And I know this is boring on camera, but I got to get these cuts done. Just saying. But then I'll move up to the barn. But somebody made me cut the shadow of the roof line, and here we are.
Yeah.
I know it.
Dang it.
See, you shouldn't listen to me all the time.
Well, I don't even listen to me all the time. I believe that, and I wish I could find the source picture where I got these cowboys, but they're originally going across like a creek or something. So I had to try to make this water detail look like dirt. So hopefully I succeeded at that. But I try not to make too much of that into the picture so you couldn't really notice. But hopefully the two themes go together well, the cowboys and the barn.
It looks good to me.
Well, thank you. Let me get these last little slivers of dirt here, and then we'll move on up to the barn there. You have my word, unless I fall over dead. In that case, call 911. If you can't find the the 11 on your keypad, just hit 1 twice. And apparently a moth got in when I opened the door, and he's trying to eat my face.
Oh, diddly do.
You really got to watch that language, Herb.
I know it.
That's pure smut in Ned Flanders vocabulary. I'm kidding.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna have to let you go.
Bull snacker.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
got to get up early in the morning to watch them pour that concrete.
You're so mean.
Yeah,
Wait
Well,
till I
have
get
a-
this cut at least.
I'll see y'all later.
Wait,
have a good night.
when you get done with the cut, I'll put you on the camera so you can kiss everybody. We love you, Russ. Thank you for hanging out, man. We're glad. We appreciate
Yeah.
and you want to leave this party. I see how you are.
Oh, that was just terrible.
I need to call parts. I don't love y'all anymore. I'm kidding. Appreciate you being here, Mr. Russ.
All
Almost
right.
called you Mr. Russ Clarity. Russ Meadows,
Don't
Rusty
do
Nails
that.
with a Z, blah, blah, bull stank. He's leaving us anyway. No free advertisement here. I'm kidding. We appreciate you being here, mister.
Y'all
By
have a good
God,
night.
you come on
All
back.
right, you too.
All right. And then there were 2. Hello.
How do you do?
I'm just Spiffy. How do you do?
What's out?
All right. So y'all are stuck with me and Herb. Hopefully we can convince Herb to stay conscious, because he tends to be conscious for a while.
Yeah,
More than me, actually.
about 7 o'clock. About time I'll get involved in one of those live streams in the UK and drift off.
What day is it anyway? Let me look.
Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday. All right. We still have 4 people viewing. There are 1 on Facebook, 3 on YouTube, 1 of which is Herb. But yeah, we're not here for mass numbers. We're here to have fun and scroll. If you have any questions or comments, throw them on out there, and we'll, if Herb's paying attention, read them. Yeah, it's funny right there. Yeah.
Well, there hasn't been one since 12 o'clock, 12:30.
12:37. Yes, sir. But it's because nobody loves us. But we might get somebody to comment somewhere. So we appreciate you. And I'm gonna get back to this here scrolling thing, because apparently nobody thinks I'm funny. Yes, sir.
I think you're funny.
Aw, quit.
You're just saying that because I'm hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah. And then that's where Jamie would say, "Yeah, but looks on everything." Jamie, no, I was gonna say Jamie might potentially be here soon, but he keeps weird hours for the UK, so he's probably sleeping America time.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock over yonder.
Over yonder a spell. So it's probably daylight in the UK right now. I'm going to take me a swig of Dr. Pepper because it's what I do. See, when it comes to visually pleasing, the area I'm working on right now isn't real sexy because you can barely see much of the horse and dirt and then part of a table. That's just plumb boring, but it has to be done. But I guess what I can do is pull the camera back and they can see more. So, ooh, that's pretty.
That's the part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I learn something new every time I watch you.
Now, Herb, I love you like a brother. I give you hell all the time, but I appreciate you, I hope.
I know it.
Oh, diddly.
If I didn't think so, I wouldn't be popping in all the time.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're popping, baby. That might be a little far away for some people, but at least they're getting to see more of the picture. All right. So there's that. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more cuts over here, and then we're going to move on up over there.
Above the roof line or below it?
Say what?
You gonna move up above the roof line or below it?
Below it. This area here, well, it's out of view. That area there and this area here, and then we'll be done with the slats of the barn once I do that. But we still got the roof and all these dang trees because you had to have detail.
Mike Forden wants to know, is that birch plywood? Yes, it is. No, it's maple.
Yeah, it's a 1/4 inch maple maple ply. Thank you for watching, by the way, Mike Fondren. Yeah, I believe that's Mike Fondren. Thank you for watching, by the way. Yeah, I prefer maple ply over birch because a lot of times, not in every case, at least Baltic birch, I don't like the boring lack of grain. I like the subtle grain of this stuff. For the longest time, I thought this was Baltic birch maple. Or, dang it, if I could talk, Herb, I might learn something. For the longest time, I was using birch, or I thought this was birch, but it's not. I was incorrect. It is maple ply. I get it out of a guy, True Value, in Pearland, Texas. A friend of mine, Wes Balco, lives there, and I try to come up with money and pay him, and he'll bring it to me. It's not a service offered by Pearland Lumber, Ace Hardware and Lumber. The wood is, but not the service of having it delivered. It's just having at least one friend in this world besides Herb. See, I made sure you was in there, Herb, because I didn't want you to be mad at me.
Well, thank you.
And Herb only lives about 2 hours from me, but neither one of us travel.
Yeah, before this stroke, I was all over the place. And then since this, I don't hardly do nothing.
Yeah, panic disorder. I almost never get out of the house beyond like in the same town, Walmart kind of stuff. But even then, sometimes I can't get out.
Of course, DPS decided I didn't need no driver's license either.
Those boogers. Appreciate you stumbling in, Mike Fondren. I hope I said your last name correctly. I have a wasp running around, so I have my eye on him. Anyway, he's not running, he's flying, or I wouldn't be scared of him if he was running. Anyway, we have 4 people watching. Appreciate anybody watching. And thank you for your participation in the chat there, Mr. Mike Fondren. I'm going to take the drag off my cigarette. It weren't lit. Funny how that works. But it's safer that way.
Yep.
Now, Mike, I don't know where in the world you're at, but I'm usually on normal time in the U.S. I'm in the central time zone in the U.S., and it's 1:08 a.m. here. But I took a late nap, so here we are. And Herb has no sleep schedule. He sleeps about 30 minutes, and he's up for the rest of the day. So if you want to catch me in normal hours, for me, that would be usually on average 6 p.m. Central Time. And if you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing and clicking on the bell to be notified, and you'll get tired of hearing from me because I try to do at least one live stream a day. Every now and then I don't.
He said you did his last name correctly. Thanks. He's in Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee. Country music, baby. So apparently we're not the only ones with odd hours. Some people are watching from Facebook. On Facebook, I go by the Charles Deering. My current profile picture at the time of this recording, or it's not recording, you know what I mean. My profile picture is me sitting at a DeWalt scroll saw, which wasn't even mine, but there's a bunch of pieces over my shoulder, and there's a sunset as a cover photo. And on YouTube, I go by Charles Deering Scroll, but you should be able to find me under Charles Deering. The profile picture there is a wood grain picture of me pointing, by God, from my scroll on days. Yeah.
You can say you got quiet in here all of a sudden.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
No, my wife went to bed.
Oh. So apparently she keeps weird hours too.
Yeah. Of course, she's always had weird hours. She's always been a night owl.
Oh, really? Yeah, Mike Fondren saying he's a night owl there too, by God. Well, it's good to have you in the club, sir. But if you are so inclined, if you want to connect with me on Facebook, I think I go by the Charles Deering. But yeah, now that I've described my profile pictures, hopefully you can find me. If not, well, by God. I'm more active as far as, because YouTube and Facebook aren't the same. But as far as what I'm doing or why I'm not around, blah, 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 sometimes you can find that on Facebook. YouTube, you just at the mercy of notifications. But you'll be the first to know that I'm not doing a live stream if you don't get a notification. They call me Captain Obvious. One more little boring cut, and then we're going to get on up to the barn, the top of the barn, and we'll move our way on down. And I lied to you, Herb.
What's that?
I thought that once I got done over here, I was done with the barn, but There's a couple more slivers of barn between these two fellers. Dagnabbit, I'm plumb sorry for lying to you. I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's another rider between them.
Yes, well, yeah, there's 3 riders over here. You can't really see them that much because they're not completely cut out, but there's one cowboy hat, another cowboy hat, and another one there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
And there's
middle cowboy hat, what it was.
And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then 3 here. 1, 2, 3. I'm pointing at their heads. Anyway, so there's that. Stop looking at my sexy denim leg. Where was I cutting? Oh, right there. I have issues. Mike Pondren says, brand new scroller here. Awesome. Good to have you in the community. I only use spiral blades because they cut in every direction, but to keep you in the loop, this piece is about 3 feet wide by about 2 feet tall, top to bottom. Stack cutting 2 pieces of 1/4-inch maple ply. The saw is a Hegner 22-inch, and I'm using number 5 Flying Dutchman spiral blades. Is that everything?
Charles,
yes.
I need to step away for a minute.
Dagnabbit.
I'm not gonna leave you. I just gotta go pay the bill.
I know. I'm just messing with you. All right. So anybody in the comment section, bear with me. Slow responses because I can't see while I'm scrolling. I'll look in between every couple cuts. Appreciate y'all taking time out of your day or night to watch. I'm not real worried about staying on the line for something like a dirt pebble. I say that and then I went and trimmed it again. But anyway, we're going to move on up to the barn now. Because for those that haven't seen this before, there's a faint line here. You'll see where I've stopped cutting. That's the capacity of my scroll saw, which is 22 inches. And since there are beginners here, I'll explain when you talk about the capacity of a saw or the throat of a saw. There's the blade here, the distance between the blade, and let me move over here. The difference between the blade sitting here and the inside back of the scroll saw, that is called the throat of the scroll saw. So if you hear about a 22-inch scroll saw, that's what they're referring to, the distance between there and the blade. And this is not the table that comes with the scroll saw. I did that because the Hegner scroll saw has kind of a small table, so I put a piece of plexiglass over it with shelf paper stuck to it so it doesn't reflect the light. And it's just a little boring, 2x4s and 1x-whatevers for a frame to hold it together. But I do that because I do large pieces. And there's that. And it's got a light on there so I can see. And let me get back over here. I'm going to get situated here shortly. Just bear with me. But, Mike, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask them. I'm not going to make you feel stupid. I'll tell you anything I know. And if I don't know, hopefully somebody watching will eventually comment. And we're going to move on up. Oh, by the way, the reason why I have tape on there is because and people are wondering, why did you do that? Because I cut out this shadow line of the roof. And I did that so that anybody watching would see more of a big change to the piece rather than just little cuts like that. So I did that, but I taped it back together so it wouldn't vibrate quite as much. So that's hopefully explains where we're at. I only use spiral blades. I've only used flat blades one time, and that was laughable. I did that on a live stream a long time ago. And I used spiral blades because when I was researching blades when I first started in 1997, I liked the fact that it cut in every direction. To me, that made sense. Some people are scared of spirals. I'm scared of flat blades, so there's that. Okay, let's just move in and do a cut, by God. If I can find the pilot hole, that's a good start. Sometimes I can't find them all that easily. I was nowhere near it, was I? Now I am. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this at an angle so I have more of the piece sitting on the table, because right now about a third of it is hanging off the table, and I don't want to do that. I could get it in there. Dagnabbit. So this will be more beneficial visually to the people watching because of Herb. Did you get knocked out or something? Where am I at? Herb, I'm getting a white screen from you. I don't know if something went wrong on my end or yours. So I gotta move my belly out of the way and then, well, he fell out. I guess he's gonna come back in, hopefully. Okay, so y'all be able to see it right side up while I'm scrolling. My front is right here. So y'all are seeing it right side up on the screen, which is probably better for y'all. So there's that. Let me make it more visually appealing for people. And make sure that where the blade's going in is showing. And turn the camera a little bit. I try to keep the area I'm cutting right in the center of the screen. So hopefully that appeals to people. And if you see me pointing randomly, that's me making sure that where the blade's going in is on camera. And I lost Herb. So it's going to be just me reading comments and questions. But if y'all have any, just bear with the slow response because I can't read the comments while I'm scrolling. But in between every couple of cuts, I will try to acknowledge you. I'm not usually scrolling at this hour, at least not on camera, but I promised my viewers I would not work on this particular piece without it being a live stream, and I took a late nap, so here we are at 1:18 a.m. And Herb has joined us. He probably hit the wrong button or something. Oh, I let you back in, mister. I'm just
I don't know what happened. I come back from upstairs and then it's all gone.
Well, I looked over there. Your whole thumbnail was white, as in like you weren't connected to anything, but your thumbnail was still there. And then when I went to let you in, I guess you heard me or something because it dropped out, and then now you're back. It was the loneliest 30 seconds of my life.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's quite all right. These things happen. But now you have a more visually appealing, hopefully, view of the piece because it's sideways to me. I'm straight on, so I'm kind of down by the lower left corner. But it allows most of the piece to be on the table, so that's what I'm going for. Now it's going to vibrate because somebody made me cut out this shadow line. That somebody being me. We still have, 5 people watching. Please don't hesitate to comment or ask questions. That's all welcome here.
Yeah, I kept trying to click back in. It wouldn't let me in, so I moved over to Facebook. Hey, let me in.
I'm plumb sorry about that. You got me all excited thinking I had another viewer, and it was just you. I'm kidding. It's funnier than hell. Come on now.
Yeah, it's funny.
Actually, we're down to 4 now. I think the lowest we've gotten was 3. If it's 2, then I'll know it's just us. But not everybody's going to be awake at this hour. Although in the UK it's about almost 7:30. It's 7:20 a.m. in the UK. Anyway, let me get to scrolling here.
Yeah, there's a few people up over yonder.
Yep. And if y'all watch more than one live stream, you'll catch me repeating myself, but not everybody's here for the 20th time. So when you're working on something, and this is just my opinion, you don't have to rely on it, but when you're working on something like an old rustic barn here and you're doing straight lines, it's not as mandatory because that's what makes the barn be rustic and stuff, is the fact that everything's falling apart. So if I go off the line doing any of these vertical lines, then that's okay because it's an old rustic barn. And people say don't point out your mistakes, but I'm always honest to my viewers. But anyway, once you sand off the lines, and this is carbon paper lines you're seeing, not pencil, it's because I trace my piece onto the wood because it's therapeutic for me. It doesn't make sense to some people. It adds more time. But I just, don't think about what I'm doing, and I just sit there and trace it. But if you're so inclined to torture yourself to do a Charles Deering detailed piece, woodenvisions.com is where you can get that.
Right, Hoib?
That's it.
Herb buys at least 20 patterns a day from me. He's keeping me in business. I'm totally kidding.
I wish I was able to.
I wish you were too, and that was me playfully giving you hell. I mean, I know nobody wishes more than you do that you could change your situation, but hopefully you didn't take that personally. I don't think you did.
Now, Mike the Midnight Joker's back.
Hello, Midnight Joker says, I'm here, Charles, just getting ready for work. You're not allowed to work while I'm on, dagnabbit. Bills can kiss my hind end. Just kidding. Thank you for watching, Midnight Joker. So Midnight Joker might have us in the shower with him. That's a little scary, but, we'll take the view. That works. All right, we're going to get back on this. And it's funny because I say don't worry about staying on the line, but every now and then, if I go off the line on something, I will shave my way back to it to get the wave out of the line because I'm particular like that. But other times I don't even care because it is just a rustic barn.
Yep, that's what I like about spiral blades.
Yes, sir. Little mini Sanders.
Yep, especially in my condition.
Yeah, and they're definitely not made for sanding, but it's just a benefit to them. For lack of a better word, you're nicking away at the little wave in the line. I'm not a fan of scrolling from the side, but I'm glad that the viewers get a better view of the piece, because it's not as fun to watch when it's not right side up to you. But it is right side up to y'all now for the most part. I guess I could pull back a little bit. Y'all can see more of it, by God. Midnight Joker says, what do you mean? It's raining out, so I won't need a shower this month. All right. A man after my own heart, I tell you what. See, that proves even viewers have a sense of humor.
Yep.
But some people only take a shower a month, by God, or every 3 years. Whatever works for you.
When I feel like I need one.
Yes, sir. If I can smell myself, it's time for a shower.
That's why I took one today.
Yeah. I keep taking showers hoping I'll get prettier, but, it just hadn't happened. But
yeah, that was my biggest problem when I started trying to scroll again. Is trying to force that blade.
And for those that don't know, that haven't watched before, Herb has a couple strokes, so his use on his right side.
Left side.
It's 2 chances, and I always get it wrong. He has limited use of his left side, so that's why he's kind of having to relearn / re-practice, whatever you call it. He's limited in what he can do, and it breaks his heart more than anybody, but it breaks my heart too, dagnabbit. But I'm glad you have some use. I mean, because it would have been easy for you to give up, but you didn't, apparently.
No, I'm too hard-headed.
Well, me too.
I thought about it, giving up. I said, nah, it just caused more problems for somebody else.
Yeah, well, not to get too personal, but as often as you're on these live streams, when do you actually scroll?
See, I haven't scrolled in about almost a year now.
Wow.
Because, since the second one, if I walk more than 30 feet, I'm tired. I ain't doing nothing.
Sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're still of sound mind. I mean, I know your wife might say that's debatable, and I'm trying to be funny.
She would agree with you 100%.
I'm glad it didn't turn you into a vegetable, for lack of a more respectful word. I'm glad, if we're looking for the bright spots, you're still with us and you're still able to talk and stuff like that, so I'm glad.
Yeah, the talking's finally coming back more than what it was.
And y'all know me, if I ever have a stroke where I can't talk, my God, it won't seem like the usual me, because talking is part of what I do for attention. I try not to be one of those boring live streams, but that's up for a opinion or debate, I guess. But try to have a sense of humor, try to keep the conversation going, and always include the people out in the chat. By God.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do this little piece here, and then we'll move on over. Good morning, Barry. Real simple thing.
Hello, Barry.
See, old Herb isn't earning his paycheck keeping up with the comments. I'm just giving you hell. We got 7 people watching. It's starting to pick back up, by God, till everybody goes to work and we're alone again.
Yeah, I was getting rid of the background picture.
I'm just messing with you.
Since there ain't nobody in here but me.
I never, and for anybody wondering, I don't treat my panel like crap beyond what crap they give me, but it's always nice when they read the comments and questions, but it's not mandatory. All right. Everybody else is just saying how diddly do to each other. We're up to 8 viewers. My God, the crowd is building, Herb.
Yep, and half of them are from the UK, I bet.
Well, everybody's welcome, even if you're sitting in a little shack in Iran. By God, you're welcome to watch. I'm sorry if you don't understand what I'm saying, but that could be a benefit depending on who you talk to. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to keep scrolling as long as I can because I tend to do these short little live streams. And I know I started at a weird hour for US, but I believe, never mind, I was thinking of somebody else. No. Hell, I don't know. Never mind. My brain just said, bye-bye. It does that.
I know that feeling very well.
Yes, sir. It only bothers me when I'm trying to make a sentence.
Yeah, but eventually I'll get back in the hang of this.
That's good. And it would have been understandable if you decided to give up, so it's admirable that you haven't. But the fact that you're still interested in it is a plus too. Because every now and then I'll get down on life and down on myself and depressed and crappy. So I might be one of those people that chose to give up if I was in those circumstances. But I guess it's one of those things you could pretend all day how you'd react till you actually go through it.
Yeah, I mean, it bothers me sometimes knowing that I can't do what I used to do.
Yeah.
And then not being able to get out like I used to. That's what's really, the pain in the butt about it.
Yeah, I imagine.
If my girls don't understand that, it's just tough for them.
How old are your girls?
The youngest one is 30.
Well, I would think at that age that they would understand that. Do they think you just don't care enough? I'm not being personal.
Before all this, actually happened, me and their mom had a big blowout.
I get it. That happens. That happens.
I told her I wasn't kissing her backside no more. She's got a husband. He can do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
Or I'm not doing it.
I hear you. In the beginning of my divorce from my first wife, it was pretty nasty, but we try to get along now. And I'm sorry for turning the piece on y'all, but trying to do this where I can comfortably do it physically. But I think that's still somewhat of an appealing view. Divorce is not fun for everybody. Some divorces are amicable, some of them are vicious. Go ahead. All right.
Yeah, my youngest one thought, it was her fault that me and her mom got a divorce, but it just wasn't meant for us to be together.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't find that out until you're together.
Yep.
Mike. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Mike Fondren says, just went over and looked at your patterns. Do you have any bass fishing patterns? I believe I have a couple. Try look under either marine, not as in military, but marine as in ocean life. Try looking there or under there should be a search option on the website, Mike. On the right side of the page, look for bass or trout. It might be trout that I have. I don't know, but look for fish. Look under marine. Or, I don't know how to explain it because I'm not right there at the website. But hopefully, if you still can't find it, try to connect with me on a whatchamacallit, Facebook, or somehow write to me through the website, and I'll try to lead you to it. And I say that with all sincerity, because once these live streams end, I forget half of what was talked about because I'm jumping subjects so much. It's not because I don't care. But hopefully that helped. If not, it doesn't surprise me, because I'm a jumbling feller sometimes. I'm going to take a swig of Dr. Pepper here, and we're going to get back going on it. When did I start this live stream, Herb?
2 hours and 34 minutes ago.
All right. I was looking for a specific time, and now I got to do math. I'm kidding. Yeah, I think it was about 10, 11 p.m., wasn't it?
I think so. Give me a minute and I'll tell you exactly when.
10 to 11, 11, 12, somewhere in there. Yeah, I guess the group chat would show that. Somewhere in there. I don't know, dag blebbit. Matt, I mean, it's
right
pretty
at 10:30.
All right. I'm about to say the math is pretty easy. I'm just not using my brain cells right now.
I never do.
I try to every now and then to make it look real, but can't fool these folks, by God. We have 5 people watching. If y'all have any comments or questions, go for it. Stop laughing at me while you're getting ready for work. Unless you're entertained by it, by God, keep laughing.
Midnight Joker says 5 a.m. here when you started.
Good googly moogly. Yeah, I remember that. All right. Oh.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, sure. And I'm not worried about staying right on the line on here necessarily, because it's an old rustic barn, but I am somewhat trying. But if it gets a little wavy, I'm okay with that. I don't want any big old nicks out of there, but if it happens, it happens. And I say that, but I see a big wave in the line that I don't want there. So I don't always listen to my own advice. I just like to think out loud when I'm doing these live streams, so people know the thought process of that weird guy from Texas when he's scrolling. Well, that could be Herb or me, because we're both in Texas. But go ahead, Herb.
That's what I got to remember. I need to remember to push instead of pull. Because I think that's the reason why I was breaking so many blades, is trying to pull it instead of pushing it away from it.
Well, a good clamp should be able to take both, but yeah, I do find sometimes I break them more often when I'm pulling than pushing, but yeah. And I keep talking about not worrying about staying on the line, but I keep finding myself out of habit standing a little ways out of the line. Because technically this horizontal line, you know, it's thicker over here than it is over here as far as top to bottom, but you know, that's probably how the pattern looked. I mean, the photograph looked. So, I mean, if you wanted to be symmetrical and crap, you know, you could try to make that perfectly straight and horizontal, but I'm just going by how I got the pattern design. And that chatter you're hearing is a combination of the piece vibrating and the fact that the piece is ever so slightly straighter than the plexiglass underneath.
I don't know if I've ever asked you this question. Before you built that big table, did you ever use any wax on top of your original table?
No, but I probably should have. And while we're talking about the original table here, people wonder how I was able to do something this big on a tiny table like that. I would just use roller stands for the part that was hanging off. That or get a cramp in my arm holding it out. I break more pieces from maneuvering them and sanding them than I do cutting them. That's kind of funny there. Did I answer your question? I think I did.
Yes, you did. And I thank you.
You're welcome. I just wanted to make sure I didn't derail too far, because it happens. Got 6 people watching. We appreciate you. Herb doesn't like you, but I do. I'm just kidding. I'm so mean to Herb. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I'm a terrible friend.
Yeah.
No, I am.
I'll be glad when I'm done with the barn so I don't have to worry about this dang vibration because Josh Grover just insisted that I cut that roof line first. And I can't find the pilot hole. Yes, I did. Never mind. And I mentioned Josh Grover because he's the one that gave me the most heck about cutting it. But, by God, I've explained 20,203 times why I cut it. Logic does not apply. Oh, I'm going to stretch my back a tiny bit and we'll get going again. Getting older, so I got to get the kinks out. I wish I was smart enough and had enough money to get more than one camera. That way y'all could always see it right side up. Now, I could do the camera right above everything, but what takes the fun out of that is you wouldn't be able to see what was actually being cut. And that and the cord to the light, but you wouldn't be able to see the blade going in and out of the wood. And to me, that's more appealing. So that's why I don't have the camera right up above there. So when we put the camera back.
And then some people have too many cameras.
Yes, sir. But I mean, that's their thing. And, by God, whatever works for them. Ideally, if I was just made of money, I could have somebody here filming the whole time. Perfect little studio quality shots and editing and blah, blah, bull stank. But this is live video, and I'm not a professional. So there's we go. And I don't always say professional. I'm just trying to be funny. All right. And Herb, I still haven't cut that pilot hole in that one area I forgot. Actually, there's 2 of them I found.
You'll get some.
Yeah, one was in the trees. And one's right there on the barn. But, of course, this being an old rustic barn, I don't even have to drill a pilot hole for that. I could just go to a nearby cut. But if I want to stay true to the pattern, I guess, you know what? I'm sitting here talking about it. Why the hell don't I just drill the damn pilot hole? I'm an idiot. Well, I am referring to the one that's on the barn. The one that's in the tree is still over the table, so I don't want to drill a hole in the table. So
That's how that hole got in that table.
now, I do have a scroller's drill, but it's not nearby because that would make too much sense. So that's why I'm using a drill because it's close by. Okay, now I got enough of it off the table, and we'll cut. Yay! I got both the pilot holes done. Yay!
Okay, Mike. Have a good day.
Appreciate you being here, Mike. You have a wonderful day at work, and don't forget to give me the paycheck, because otherwise I ain't gonna make no money. Be good, sir. That was funny right there. Midnight Joker says, I told you 1,006 times not to exaggerate. That's funny. By God. See, you see what he did there, Herb? Because 1,006 times. Yep. Okay, I'm sorry I had to explain it to you. I know you're not all there mentally. I'm just messing with you. That was not a stroke joke. Hey, you see what I did there? That was kind of funny. It wasn't a stroke joke. I'm just talking crap because that's who I am.
I'm just mentally and physically confused.
I don't even know what I am. Depends on who you talk to. All right. Oh, diddly. Why do all these people have these normal jobs? I can't keep an audience if everybody goes to work. Don't they know the priorities in this world? My God.
Yeah, I miss going to work.
I miss the reliability of the income, most definitely. I like being able to do things on my own schedule if my mentality allows me to. For those that don't know, I have panic disorder, which is basically panic attacks, and I'm not up to par often enough to maintain a schedule of a normal job. So there's that. That being able to get out. That being able to get out of the house. But
I wouldn't laugh at that.
That's okay. What you laughing about?
Oh, I was laughing at something. When I went into business for myself, I hired my wife to help me, and I fired her. She goes, "You can't fire me." I said, "Hey, our marriage stopped the minute you got in my truck today."
Oh, that's
Uh,
how the hell are y'all still together?
Man, this relationship's been going on since high school.
Yeah, but my God, if I
Of course,
fired my wife.
we've only been married 19 years.
Good lordy, I passed 8 years last April 27th. For some reason, she still tolerates me. It might just be too expensive to leave me, but I'll take it.
You know, being honest, she should have been my first wife instead of my third.
Ooh,
But don't tell her I said that.
I won't. Don't want her thinking you like her or nothing.
No.
I'm on my second wife. I ended the first marriage because I just felt like, and I'm not dogging my first wife. I felt like we should meet in the middle, and it felt like she didn't want to. I can't speak for her.
Oh, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at about my second one.
All right.
My second one, we got married in church, and I was the only poor SOB that was crying in there because I knew I was fixing to mess up.
Well, I hope I don't lose this wife because I'm not exactly a chick magnet.
Got married in November and got divorced in February.
Wow, of the same year?
Well, the following year.
Oh, my first marriage lasted 3 years, and I just passed 8 years. And I sound like I'm dogging myself, and maybe I am, but if I become single again, I'm pretty scared because people say they want, a guy that's got a sense of humor and this and that, but one that only makes $650 a month, they may not be all into that. And even if a woman doesn't care about money, it can still take its toll because you're stuck with all the bills.
Yep.
But I don't expect any woman to necessarily support me. But a lot will assume that. And let's be honest, even if you don't consider yourself shallow, looks do matter. If I make you vomit when you see me, you're not going to marry me. Just saying.
That's true.
I can barely keep the food down when I see myself, so I get it. But if you want a man that'll treat you right and never talk down to you unless you bring it on yourself, and that sounds like I'm an abuser condoning it. No, I don't make it a habit of talking down to people on a serious level. I mean, we give each other crap like we're doing right now, but yeah.
Yeah, we're the same way. 10 minutes later, we forgot about it.
Yeah, and we make it a point to apologize when we know we've been in the wrong, and that's always good. Communication's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I call her beautiful all the time, and she asks me, she goes, "Yeah, you need glasses."
Yeah, I say that to my wife all the time. I mean, I tell her at least once a day that she's beautiful. Sometimes twice, 7 times. Depends on how much money I need. I'm kidding about the money part.
Ooh.
You're not going to go get all normal and get tired of me, are you, Herb?
No.
I'll eventually get there, but it's probably daylight, 6 or 7 at a.m. But I don't know if I'll be able to scroll the whole time, but I'll try. Unless we're down to 2 viewers for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be.
But then again, people will start waking up, so I don't know. But we're going to get there. God, I wish I could afford to just say, hey, okay, I'm going to need 2 barnwood frames at such and such a size. Dang it. I hate being limited. I mean, I know there's worse problems to have, but I would love to have these framed the second I'm done with them. And just, I say that, but I got the John Wayne framed, and it's still sitting there because nobody wants to buy it. Nobody loves me. I'm just kidding. It's hard to sell art. Art is not a necessity unless it's incorporated into something that's a necessity. Just saying. I'm not a good salesman anyway. Anywho. All right.
Forgot I had myself muted.
I was about to say, you got awful quiet over there.
Yeah, your brother's on Facebook.
He's on right. He's active right now.
Yeah, he just posted about his 4th anniversary.
Oh, okay. I wonder if he wrote to me. Well, No, he might be in a situation where he has to be quiet because his laptop is in his bedroom where his wife's sleeping. And he's been in here one time with us on his phone, but it's rarity.
Yeah, the other night when he was out on the back porch.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was the front porch. They got a nice little place going over there. Well, that, and I told him I was going live, but he was on his way home from somewhere. But him and his wife keep better hours than I do. Now, there again, I could have just left this, but now that I see that I didn't cut the whole line, I feel obligated to get it. Dang me.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to act if I had normal hours.
Well, every now I can go maybe 1 or 2 days with normal hours, and then I'll screw it right back up because I'll get what I call cross-eyed tired. You're so tired you can barely keep your eyes open, and I'll do that one day, and I'll nap, and then the normal days and nights are gone.
I know I'm the same way, but if I sleep for less than 30 minutes,
Yeah,
get it hot, and batteries recharged, off and on again.
yeah. There's some people can get 30 minutes and they're good to go, but man, 30 minutes to me is kind of a tease. I just barely get my eyes closed. I don't have trouble sleeping once I sleep. Usually, it's the getting to sleep that's hard for me.
Yeah, my brain won't shut off when I lay down.
Yeah, my brain won't work when I'm awake, and it won't shut off when I'm trying to sleep. Go
And of
figure.
course, some people can flop their head on a pillow and they're gone.
Yep.
Right then and there.
And I hate them with a passion.
I got one upstairs. She drives me nuts doing that.
Upstairs?
Well, it's a fifth wheel, so technically the bedroom and bathroom, I call it upstairs because you got to climb up 3 stairs.
Oh, that's neat. I wish I had an RV. I mean, I wouldn't use it all the time, but I'd be more likely to travel to events if I had one because if I had a panic attack or something or didn't feel good, I could pull over literally and sleep.
Yeah, it's more easier to maintain this.
In a house, yeah.
Yeah, because, right now she does it all.
Well, that's why it's easier for you to maintain it if she's doing it all.
Yep.
I'm just giving you hell.
She surprised me, we was living in a regular mobile home.
Yeah.
And she decided one day, she goes, come on, we're going to go somewhere. Where we going? So we're just going to get out of here. Then she took us to an RV place there in Burleson. She goes, oh, we're buying an RV. We are. Okay.
God, I would love to have an RV, the kind you can drive ideally, but I do have a truck, so I know probably cheaper to get a travel trailer.
Yeah.
I prefer a pull behind. I've never driven a fifth wheel or pulled a fifth wheel.
To me, a fifth wheel is a lot easier than a bumper pull.
Because of the pivot point?
Yeah.
I imagine I'd feel the same way if I had one. Now I'm higher up on the piece, is why I had to turn it because I can't reach the power switch.
She wants a motorhome, and I told her, no, I ain't spending that kind of money.
I'd love a motorhome ideally if I could pick, but I don't mind a bumper pull either.
Yeah, this is the second one we've had, fifth wheel. It's another one of my surprises. I just paid the other one off, and I hadn't even got the title back yet. And because I hope you know, I just bought us another RV.
Good lordy.
It went from a 30-foot to a 40-foot with 4 slide outs instead of the 3.
I'm jealous, damn it. If I ever asked you to put me in your will, I'm kidding. I don't have, besides the fact that I'm just kidding, I don't have a way to pull a fifth wheel because it's not cheap to get a fifth wheel thing put in a truck, is it?
No. See, that's why we're staying in the same spot because
you don't have a way to pull it?
No, when I had my stroke, the truck that I had to let it go back. Because she was not working at the time.
What does she do now, or is she your caretaker, so to speak?
Yeah, she takes care of me, her mom, her stepdad, her real dad, and every now and then she'll take my mother to the grocery store.
Wow. Busy woman.
And then plus she, got her a job before this pandemic started at Dickey's Arena.
Yeah, my wife does AutoCAD type work, and she usually works about 45 minutes away, but once COVID came around, she's been working at home for a long time now. Okay, I'm going to probably, I hate to say it, I have to probably stand up to scroll. I may be able to turn it completely sideways. How cool is that? I'm probably going to have to stand up to scroll now because I can't reach the power switch sitting down. Dagnabbit. Oh, the things I do for you people. Okay, we're down to 2 viewers. So I guess I'm going to go off the air here, Herb.
Okay.
Appreciate those of you that took the time to stop by and watch. And the reason why I say we're down to 2 viewers is Herb is one of them. So I know only one person's watching. Not that you're not important. But anyways, I appreciate everybody being here. And no, you know what, Herb, I'm going to stick with it because it might pick back up. I need to not be a quitter like that because I'm still in the middle of scrolling.
Yep.
So make up my mind, Herb. Come on now.
Okay, hey, we're going to stick it out for a little bit longer.
All right. Thank you, Herb. I got to move my stool here. I got to stand up. Good Lord, I'm suffering for the people or the person. Oh, we're up to, no. Yeah, we're up to 3. See, I stuck it out and we got us another victim. All right, let me.
I know it's got to be another victim because I only got one device opened up.
Now, see, I could have had my hopes up if you hadn't been all honest with me and told me you was watching on Facebook and or YouTube. Now we're up to 4. Hey, they're just going to roll right in. Appreciate y'all being here. This is not a figment of your imagination. It is 1:53 a.m. Central Time in the U.S. on August 6th, 2020. So if you're hearing that and it's that time or, the time zone difference, then you're watching live because I don't usually go this late/early. But here we are.
Yeah, somebody's going to wake up.
But what's Charles doing on? I'm going to reschedule my tooth canal so I can watch him.
Not tooth canal, root canal. That was stupid. My jokes are even stupider if I can't even get it right, dagnabbit. All right, now I'm having to stand up to scroll. So here we go. Ugh.
Patrick Curtis, is this live? Yes, it is.
Yes, sir, it is. Watching over on the Facebook. I didn't start till 10:30 at night, Patrick, because I took a late nap. So here we are.
Almost time to turn the coffee pot on.
All right, Herb, are you friends with Patrick on Facebook?
No.
Patrick, if you want on the panel. If not, I won't be offended. But if you do, write to me on Messenger and I'll send you the link. And the reason why I tell you to write to me on Messenger is, number 1, I'm scrolling. Number 2, we haven't talked in a while, so you won't be at the top of the list, and I'll have to go look in and make your brain hurt. But if you don't want on the panel, I'll get that too. And that chatter is because I cut off the shadow of the roof line, blah, blah. Ugh. Nobody's ever lectured me for that. I have to every now and then look over and see if Messenger is activated to see if Patrick wrote to me. They'll probably say, no, I don't want to be around you, boy. So there's that. Where am I at? Y'all bear with me.
Around the corner from Waco.
All right. About 45 minutes southwest from Waco, by God.
I don't know if I ever told you, I used to live in Bellmead.
I did not recall. But I do need to step away out of range of my headphones, so I'm going to be right back, sir. So you just talk diddly-doo to the 2 people watching. Well, that means only one person's watching because you're one of them. So you done run them off, Herb. I'm kidding. I'll be right back.
Okay. La 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 la. Nam 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 na 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 na. And how are you, lovely folks? Okay. Need to oil them hinges.
All right, Herb, since we...
I'm sitting here talking to you and you ain't even there.
I'm sorry. And had to go.
Oh, you need to oil them hinges.
Sorry. Oh, on the door to the shop, yeah. Well, since we're down to only 2 viewers, I say 2 because there's 3 watching, but you're one of them. I probably am going to go ahead and end this and get some more productive stuff done. But rest assured,
ready?
I will try to do a live stream at a normal hour for whatever. But I mean, there's always somebody watching. But I appreciate you being here, Herb, taking your time out, and anybody else that dropped by, I appreciate you. It is 2:01 a.m. Central Time in the U.S., so if you're watching this after that, it's not live anymore, but you won't hear that until the end of the video and wondering why nobody responded when you commented. But appreciate you being here, as well as Mr. Hoib and Russ stopped by and John Cousins, but everybody else. Anyway, we appreciate you, and by God, in the meantime,